I'm so excited for you. So excited.
Darren McCarty comes back with deep in front of him. McCarty cross. McCarty in. McCarty snaps. And magnificent goal. Darren McCarty.
Somebody move the... Welcome to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital network, live from my bookie studios. It is Friday, my friends. Woohoo! I'm Pilar Lastra. We've got D-Mac to my left, Tom Mazawey to my right. Fish is in the fish bowl. Eazy D behind the glass, and our boy Luke manning down all of our social media. Make sure you're hitting us up at Woodward Sports across the board. Why are you saying duh?
Because I say Easy D, I just think of duh. That's all.
Easy
You'll find
duh.
out in the second
You're so
hour
mad.
with some of the shenanigans these young YouTubers come up with. We're going to address
Yours?
one in the 4 o'clock hour today and let him speak his mind.
I was gonna say you're still mad about him saying that he can beat up Bruce Lee.
I'm not mad at him. I just think he's got some learning to do. That's all.
I don't know.
Maz,
You guys let us...
everything in movies isn't real.
Listen,
Everything you
bro,
see in movies
it
isn't
ain't a
real.
movie.
It's true.
It ain't a movie. It's Bruce Lee.
The
And
actor.
you-
But-
the
and
actor.
you are
the
dumb.
thespian Bruce Lee.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Bruce Lee fight in a real fight, though?
Never.
In Easy's defense. I'm not trying to stir
Yeah,
the
have
pot.
you watched The Green Hornet? He was Kato.
That's a movie, though, isn't it?
It's a TV show.
Okay, a TV show. So,
And he was on Batman once. Fought Robin. Took it easy on Robin, though.
but I'm saying like in a
He
real
wouldn't take it easy
fight.
on Easy like
He
he took
would.
it easy on
He
Robin.
would
No
not.
way.
He would
no
just
way.
tear his ass.
I mean, I've been in like TV movie fights before, and
You
I think
were?
I won.
Yeah? You won?
Yeah, because that's what the script called.
You couldn't even beat poor Kennedy Broadwell in that fight from the other night.
I thought she did.
Oh, so wait a minute. No, I said, what was that all about? What was all up with all these like fights every
was
week?
fight
It
night.
was,
Hey,
like-
it's the kids having
night.
fun.
Yeah,
Who knows?
that's
You
fight
know,
night.
I said she's so sweet. I would
I
just
know.
hug her. She's so nice.
They put me against D-Mac. Like I had a freaking chance against D-Mac.
Well, I think that the trick here would be you got to hit him first.
No, there's no trick. There's
You
no
gotta hit
trick.
him
Pilar,
first and then
Pilar,
run.
Pilar, Pilar,
No
Pilar.
trick.
You got to do like
Pilar,
a
you don't know
snake.
my line. You
strike
get
and
3
run.
shots and you kill me or knock me out. It's my turn, and you'll never get the first shot.
No.
So that's the whole thing.
Mac, I
It's
wouldn't
just
even try.
No, not even Matt. No,
Yeah.
we're gonna sit down and we're gonna argue and we're gonna have lunch.
That's
Have
it.
you ever got beat up in a fight?
I've have I
To
ever
where
been
you
beat
go
up?
home and you're like, man,
Yeah,
that dude
No,
smoked
I mean,
me.
I've definitely people have gotten the better of me, but the one thing is, you always know you don't want to come back because I ain't gonna quit, right? So there's so many people that are bigger and better and tougher than I am, but the thing is, you don't like to fight guys that you know what you're gonna get, and
Right.
when you're like me and you don't quit, that's the caveat. So I mean, I just know what I'm dealing with because I'd rather die than it is. That's it. That's the way that I'm built. But obviously, the Googler will tell you that.
right. Well, apparently
I'm glad I don't
the
have to worry
person-
about that anymore, Pilar.
Of course. And you would only fight in the ring, not in the...
Yeah, get paid.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Smart. Not in a situation like Aaron Donald where you would get
I
sued.
still don't know what the I don't know what came out of that, but again, listen, I protect my own. So I mean, however it comes down, I don't go looking for it and whatever else. But you know the way that I am. I mean, I did it on the biggest stage to the biggest villain, whatever, and got away with it. So the big guy looks out for me, so I don't get in big trouble. But that's just the way it is.
I got
So-
that picture hanging in my basement. just
I
so
think
you know.
everybody should have that picture, man. That's my goal. Every establishment, every household in Michigan, I'm working my way around, and we're still going. That's what Woodward Sports Network is all about. So
And you
I'll
got-
get you one.
And you got your new gear on again today.
McCarty
got the
came
big
in,
deal on. Oh, gosh. This is
and he
so-
went after
look at
Claude
this.
Lemieux.
Look at
Took-
that helmet
again.
off. It is. I was
Well,
so
I have to say
mad.
this. It was... I remember
Here
when
it
I was...
comes. Here, right
Look
there.
at that. You can never get like.
Oh, that was good.
So we don't know. Back
Love you,
to Aaron
Shanny.
Donald. Is that what happened?
No, I
I'm
don't
not
know.
going to
We don't
instigate
know yet.
anything. No, Pilar, I will walk away
Yeah.
and remove myself from the
That's
situation.
the best thing to do is always, always, always walk away. Always walk away.
Well, what did
That's always
Dalton
what we do.
Roadhouse say? right?
Oh, I love
What if they call your
Dalton.
mama? What if you call your mama whore? Well, is she?
Is she?
You know, I mean, like whatever it
Yeah.
is. Be nice until it's not time to be nice.
Oh,
That's
I
all
love
it
you.
is.
Oh, I love you, Roadhouse.
Oh my
You know, Griffin.
goodness.
So my son Griffin's name is Griffin because of the boyfriend on Party of Five, Griffin too.
how about that?
Right. So, but I wanted Dalton, and I was vetoed. So
that
you,
would've been awesome.
you lost the floors in the house.
Yeah.
I lost, but Griffin
The
worked
name.
out. Yeah.
Well, that was nice.
Yeah,
you
you
know,
know.
I mean, I remember when my husband and I we were trying to pick names for our kids, and I love Santiago.
Oh,
Santiago, that's such a
where in the world
strong-
is Carmen Santiago?
Wasn't it Carmen Sandiego?
Yeah, I know, but I was just
okay.
changing it for you. I mean, it's just.
And so, but obviously, I was going to name him Anthony after his father. But we were thinking of like Sebastian.
That's
those-
Sebastian.
That's why my husband said no to that, because
Yeah.
he said everybody's going
They're
to
gonna
call him Sebastian.
Yeah,
It's not
for sure.
Sebastian. And I was like,
Sebastian. That's his name.
So I remember-
I was just bringing you the kindergarten names.
What a
I told my
bully.
husband, I was like, look, when he was like, kind of like, I don't know about Santiago. And I was like, I love it. It's such a manly man name. Like, he's going to wake up in the morning and slay dragons every day. And he was like, that's a bit excessive. And I said, look, life is all about compromise. You can pick the last name and I'll pick the first name.
What name won?
Anthony Santiago.
Okay.
Yeah, Santiago. I told you what the compromise was. He can pick the last name and I would pick the first name.
Gotcha.
So
That is a cool name.
all right, guys, let's get our show started. Maz, why don't you kick it off with your sports update?
My pleasure. As always, brought to you by our friends at MyBookie. Don't forget, they got some special bets this weekend on that Jake Paul fight. Matter of fact, they're giving you a free bet on that fight. Check them out at mybookie.ag. Use the promo code Woodward and get your free money. Tigers' 3-game win streak snapped last night in Oakland. A's beat them 8-4. Really never was a game. First home run of the year for Nico Goodrum, by the way. And an 0-for-4 night for rookie sensation Akil Badu. He struck out 3 times, though. One away from the golden sombrero. His average down to 323. Still pretty good. Very good, actually. Tigers, Mac, I want to tell you this. Tigers were playing in their 3rd time zone in 7 days. How does that affect the team?
Well, I know, like, how does it affect the team, especially like when you get in at 4 in the
Yeah.
morning? And if you watched the game last night, you would have heard our
You knew
buddy
they were
Double
done.
D talking to Michael
Yep.
Fulmer about his start, and him saying first thing is, "Well, I'm glad I don't got to pitch today. We
Yeah.
got at the hotel about 5 a.m." So, you know, it's always a tough thing. It usually takes about a day to adjust. That's why in the playoffs you usually play 2 games in a barn, whether you're on the road, so you have time to
Yep.
adjust. The only where it's true, like Colorado, where it's mile high and the altitude is effect, it takes you want to get a skate in there, and usually morning skate isn't enough. So I think last night in Oakland, playing out west and stuff, and especially when a team is waiting for you,
Yeah.
you know that if we would have looked into that
That
game
was
a
a
little
kill.
bit more, that was the same thing as the night before when the Astros, at the end of our show, came up with 5 guys for
Correct.
COVID protocol. So it has an effect, and especially on a younger team, right, who hasn't gone through it. So now as they get older, I would look more to as the experience comes and who's pitching on the mound if they've done it before. So that's what I think that you saw a little bit, because they walked. I counted through 7 innings.
They have a hard time in Oakland, too. They always have.
You know
had
what?
an
You know
Oakland bad
what?
time.
You know what it comes down to, Maz, and it's always the same thing with that foul territory, and it always goes to what we talk about, the basketball stadiums with no fans. It's the dimensions and stuff like that, and when you don't play there, home ice. I mean, me and our buddy Dink Reynolds will tell you, back in Bell Vegas when I played junior, that was Olympic size ice. So if you couldn't skate there, couldn't skate anywhere, but it was the biggest rink in the league. So when other goalies would come in from the other division, like Kevin Hodson or our boy Ticker, I'd light him up for 3 because his angles were off. So there's something to it. It's about adjusting as you become more of a professional. It means a little bit less.
Well, they'll try to even the series at 1 apiece tonight. It's Jose Urena, Frankie Montas, the matchup from Oaktown. Another late one, 9:40 start, but it's Friday night, right? The Royals and Dodgers, by the way, have not lost a series this season. They're the only 2 teams that have not lost a series. Mets and Rockies snowed out in Colorado. Speaking of Colorado, Pistons hosting OKC tonight. Thunder's lost 8 in a row. Pistons coming off 2 tough losses to the Clippers. Now, I was at my aunt and uncle's house for the past week because my floors are getting redone at home. And her computer is 3 hours behind to the penny. I don't know why she's on Pacific time, but she is. So I'm doing my update there, and I'm putting everything together, and I'm like, what the hell are the Pistons playing at 4 o'clock this afternoon for? So I write my script up. I'm like, Pistons and Thunder in a special afternoon game at 4 o'clock. So I'm here, and I'm ready to go on, and I'm like, let me just double-check this again. And I go on to the Pistons site at 7 o'clock, and it hit me, oh, yeah, Aunt Kathy's computer is on the damn California time. But look, if you live in California, the games are starting at 4 o'clock. I can't wrap my head around it. And then a 1 o'clock NFL game, 10 a.m.?
10 a.m. I remember that.
Holy
I remember
crow.
that. It was so stressful to get your lineup set before the first game.
Holy crow, you're waking up out of bed. I want to play to people in California because you're going to catch them napping.
Oh,
There's no question.
for sure. And it's not just that, but you wake up early and you got to get all the inactives and injuries, last-minute changes. And
that's coming in at 8 a.m. in the Pacific.
I would say, some people are at church or they have to schedule church around their lineups.
Anyway, so tonight.
That's crazy.
Tonight, Pistons and Thunder from LCA. And Pistons should get this one. They're favored by 3. I kind of love them tonight to lay another whooping on OKC. By the way, Dwayne Wade, 3-time NBA champion, purchases an ownership stake in the Utah Jazz. He is now a part owner of the Utah Jazz. He's not just in name. He plans to take an active role with the team and move to the region. And he's leaving Miami. He's going to Utah, man.
I love
Talk
this.
about a topsy-turvy life. You're living in South Beach. Now you got to go live in Provo or whatever else, Utah, Salt Lake City.
Yeah, gear change. You know,
Wow.
I mean, and that's one of the ones, obviously, too, when we look to former players that get into ownership. Michael Jordan, obviously, comes to mind, but I don't see Dwayne Wade as a Michael Jordan type of owner being involved. I think that, he wants to be involved in things, and he's successful. So no matter what he does, that's because he went to Marquette, right?
That's right. That's right. Hey, Wings beat the Hawks last night. Hats off, 4-1. Ready for this? Their first 3-game win streak of the year. Is it Jakob Vrana?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Jake Vrana scoring in his Detroit debut. He and Dick Panic were acquired from the Caps for Anthony Mantha at Monday's trade deadline. By the way, Mantha scored for the Caps again last night. So
and the beauty of this,
quick.
if you watch the play, he was serving at too many men, and that's Lindstrom, the defenseman who's just been called up. Boom, the sniper, light it up.
How nice is that, huh?
Yeah, see, I didn't want to be too cocky. I just guaranteed the victory yesterday with the way the guys came out. Obviously, Troy Stetcher, couple goals on the back.
That one. If you called that one.
I didn't want Maz. I could have called it. It was there, but you know what? It's not about me. It's just about, baby steps.
You were thrown off yesterday because our TV wasn't working right.
I was.
We were all thrown off.
It was a little bit.
Quick shout out to Tammy, who said, by the way, Luke told you that he would score first for the Wings.
Good call, Tammy.
That were
Chin.
just traded, and guess who scored first?
That girl
you
is a
were
Wings.
Right.
She is a Wings freak.
That's my girl, dude.
I love it.
Tammy
I love it.
helps me out
Tammy.
at signings and all that stuff, and is diehard. And here's the one thing.
And Tammy, good luck on your MRI that you're about to go get.
Yeah, keep rubbing that DMAC CBD on it.
That's right.
It's helping. But here's the one thing what you like, and what I like is the coach Jeff Blashill, is the fact that we are better than we were at the beginning of the year, and guys are better. And I told you, you watched last night.
Eiserman said it too.
What's that?
Eiserman's even saying
No, but if you watched last night, and I didn't see it coming as much, but I'm going to give you a cue right now as you watch Michael Rasmussen. You watch how I mentioned that it's going to give him the opportunity, but he is slowly coming into. He scored an empty net goal last night, which what's that mean? That means he's on the ice in critical situations. Great pass by Adam Ernie, who extended his point streak to 8 games, I think it is, which is a career mark.
I like his celebrations, by the way, Ernie. Ernie gets into scoring.
Well, we all do, dude. Like, we're grinders, man.
Yeah.
We like to score. You should see, like, I remember the grind line in practice. You would never want us to score on you because we would sell you like it was our jobs. Because that was the best part. I mean, but think about it.
But you didn't score much in practice, did you?
What's that?
You didn't score much
more
in
than
practice.
you think.
Yeah?
More than you think, but we just piss off the big guys because killing penalties. And I don't know how many times Drapes and Maltz would be. I'd be called in. to do the work down low because those two would just be frustrating the big guys too much. So
That's funny, man.
it's beautiful. But again, this is where this team is, and we're seeing it. And just please, patience, slowly but surely, and we're getting there. But we're seeing signs, and the signs is the competitiveness.
That's good stuff. Anyway, the Blackhawks in town again tomorrow for game number 2. The Avalanche and Kings game tonight postponed till the 20th, so 4 days off for COVID. Remember last week we told you about a couple of players on the Avalanche testing positive for COVID, but they were, what do they call it?
Taxi squad?
Not taxi squad, but they were away from the team. Basically.
Okay. All right.
In seclusion.
Secluded?
What's our word?
Isolation.
Isolation. Thank you.
Oh,
See, I forget. I'm forgetting all these COVID terms. I'm COVIDed out, by the way. And then how about this one, guys? Starting next season, the NCAA will allow transfers to play college football and basketball without sitting out a season. That's official for next season. So if you want to transfer, they're allowing it once. You can do a one-time hit. Michigan basketball, by the way, Eli Brooks coming back. Isaiah Livers had surgery. He's rehabbing till October. Then he joins the NBA draft. Michigan football loses another top recruit. Wideout Xavier Worthy decommits. He was the 61st ranked prospect in the 2021 class. And we go to this day in sports. Now, start this video a minute and 15 in. Easy. This is the Fenway Park pizza incident. Get a load of this. April 16, 2007. We got to hear
all the
it.
reaction to Josh Beckett's performance today, including the clubhouse reaction, plus a preview of the schedule tonight in the majors. It's all right after the game in high definition on SNL at Don. Between innings, we did some investigative reporting on who and what was thrown at that gentleman. And that gentleman has been ejected, but it was an ugly, ugly sight. And I don't know why it was necessary. Now watch. I can't circle. I don't have my telestrator today, but here comes a pizza. See it?
Perfect release rotation, side of the face, flat.
Investigative reporting.
Let it keep going.
Highly unnecessary.
That with the Patriots jacket, and of course he's been asked to leave the ball game for ruining a good piece of pizza.
Oh, and he lost the beers.
Here comes the pizza.
Oh, he got more out of his buddy's beer.
Pizza. Oh my God, I love hearing those Fenway Park
It doesn't really
guys.
look like that was a catchable ball. Can you go? I mean,
What?
Yeah.
That was more catchable than the Bartman ball.
That was
I don't
Garrett
think
Anderson of the
so.
Angels trying to catch that ball. He's a gentleman. He didn't get pissed off like Moises Alou did, but that was a regular season game.
But
I don't
again,
think-
he was
I don't
away.
think he was gonna get
away.
Yeah.
Lou was at home.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing.
I know, but Bartman, poor guy.
I know.
Every single person had their hands up. It just hit his.
I know, but Easy, email me that. I want to watch it over and over, frame by frame. I don't think that was really a catchable ball.
It doesn't matter. The pizza is the best
Yeah,
best
the
part of it.
pizza's
Great
Anyway.
throw. Release rotation, splatter on the shoulder. Look at that. Oh, stain. You know there's stain in there, and they don't have Tide in Boston. I know
Man,
that.
I would have been pissed if somebody threw pizza at me.
Look,
That's
that was
catchable.
very
There was no
catchable.
way. Oh my God, it was so
Are you
over the
softer
head,
than a-
so far
Pilar,
back.
he didn't even
so-
have to bend over for
Holy
that ball.
cow.
What are you talking
That was an
about?
What are
easy
you talking
catch.
about? It's look
watch,
at
look.
his
No,
gloves.
it
Oh.
hit his hand.
You and
was
Easy.
way back
All right.
here. No,
Yeah,
way
you
back
and
here.
Easy.
Take
Bruce
her-
Lee
No.
would have caught that,
Take her
right?
monitor away.
No.
Take her monitor away.
Nope. That was not a catchable
For
ball.
God's sake.
Wow.
That guy should have taken his pizza back and said I'm sorry, and eaten it after
That's
it was
all
on that
day
guy's
long in his
nasty
glove without
face.
him reaching his arm up.
He would have never
Great
gotten it.
save though, because you gotta give Fenway fans. If that was Tiger Stadium. Garrett Ayers coming over here. I'm taking the pizza for the team. That's the way I am, man.
I just love hearing the announcers the way they talk. You know,
Oh, yeah.
It's just
Ho hum, investigative journalism.
very funny. No, that Boston
We got
accent.
we got to the
Boston
bottom
accent.
of it.
I dig that Boston accent.
Oh my God.
Hey, Maz, by the way,
Yeah.
what are you wearing?
Yes.
I mean, I just can't keep my eyes off that beautiful green and white Michigan State.
Go green!
Go white! Go,
Go
blue!
green!
Blue.
This is officially the first piece of clothing I have ever bought in my life with Michigan State across it, and it's because my daughter Lily is going to be a Spartan.
Yeah!
That's
Smartest one in the Mazawey family. There you go. Way to go, Lil.
Congratulations.
That little lemon drop's all grown up.
The lemon drop is grown up, and I'm proud of her. And her heart was set on Michigan or Michigan State. She was on the wait list, just to be honest, for Michigan. They loved her, but I guess they didn't love her enough because they didn't take her. And
It's a tough school to get into.
it is, and it broke her heart because she just wanted to be accepted in it, and then she could have told them to go to hell. But I think her heart was always on going to state. She always said, I think those people are more for me, Dad.
She's gonna have a lot more fun.
I agree.
So, Lily,
you know what?
we love you, honey.
Congratulations.
Congrats,
Yes,
honey.
congratulations, Lily. Congratulations to proud parents. It's a big accomplishment.
I
to
told
get your
her
little
I will
ones
not
into college.
buy another piece of Michigan clothing. Although I have tons of it at home and I will
That's the
continue to
exact same
wear
face
it.
I made.
I will just not buy anything new
Why?
Wow.
until she's done. Until she's done.
Oh, that's
Walter
between
says,
you.
"You're better than I am, Maz. I will never wear MSU."
Who said that?
period.
Walter, your boy.
Yeah, Walter. I'm with you, Walter. I said that to my dying breath. But you know what? I'm going to be honest with you. I'll probably still root for Michigan. Don't tell Lily.
Yeah, David says, "Awesome MSU, Dad." Vinny, first he has like this emoji of like green in the face, wants to puke in his mouth, like that emoji,
Yeah.
and then he says, "Go blue."
Yeah, I'm with you. You know, I'm a blue
Vinny,
guy.
go
Always
blue.
was. Always will be in
Why
my
can't
heart.
you root for both of them?
You can,
Kevin,
I guess.
welcome to the family.
You can, I guess.
It's a great question, D-Mac.
I'm just saying. I mean, it's
hard,
the Canadian in me. I want us all to get along. But I mean, I get it when they play each other, choose a side. But
Listen,
until then,
in New York, I love all my teams in New York except the Rangers. I don't know. I just hated the Rangers since I was a kid. It's the only New York team I don't root for. I root for every single one. And I know if I lived in Chicago, I would root for every single Chicago team as well. You know, they only had 2 basketball, baseball. New York's got 2 of everything. So,
Yep.
but I just
Lots
if it
of-
says New York on it, if it says Detroit on it, I'm rooting for it.
Lots of love
Except for the Rangers.
for her. Walter also said, "I told my wife if she buys anything green
Yeah.
for me, we're getting a divorce."
Well, I wore my jet skier
Jenna
earlier
says-
this week. Now I'm wearing this. So I
Jenna
got
says,
2 green.
"Congratulations to Lily. She's gonna do."
Hey,
she's
how's
gonna
Jenna
do right
doing?
there.
Did
It's
she
a
have
good-
her wisdom teeth pulled or
I
something?
saw that she's still numb, right? She's still numb, but doing well. But she says she'll get a great education there. Not as great as Michigan,
Of
though.
course, of course.
You know. All right. Thank you, everybody, for all your support
This
and
thing
your
is burning my
love.
skin, I think.
I bet.
oh, it's not happy that you're wearing it either. So don't worry about that, right? I mean, trust
Oh, my
me.
goodness.
Things you'll do for the kids. I love it, man.
Yes.
I love my
What you do
girls.
for your kids, absolutely. So, all right, guys, thanks so much for all the interaction on social media. Keep it coming. And Steve, I see what you say. She cray when I said that ball was not catchable.
Thank you.
It was catchable.
Thank you.
Darren
Yes.
said Stevie
Thank
Wonder
you.
could have got that
Yes.
ball.
Yes, exactly. Exactly.
Oh my God, that is amazing. So keep them coming at Woodward Sports across the board. When we come back, it is time for the big hook. The NFL over-unders are out. Where do we fall?
What do you think?
Where do we fall? Well, you're going to find out. Don't go anywhere. You're tuning into the hook on Woodward Sports Network.
We are here, downtown Fenton, my favorite Bridge Street Exchange.
That's right. And you want to switch up your wardrobe this summer? It's this easy. You ready, Joey?
I'm ready.
All right, you ready? I like it. You want to do it again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
All right. Ooh, Brixton. Nice. One more time?
Yes.
Ooh, I like the hat on this one, too. You ready to do it one more time, Joey?
I'm getting tired. One last one.
All right, let's change it. Bro, where's your shirt? You need new clothes this summer. Bridge Street Exchange in Fenton. That's where you need to go. Thank you, guys.
A new Bridge Street Exchange commercial.
That's awesome.
And Joey doesn't say Fenton. He's saying Fenton now. I like that. I think I like this old way of saying Fenton. Anyway, that's Joey's thing. And it's Maz for Hall Financial. They're in Fenton as well. They're everywhere. Because when the last time you checked your interest rate, by the way? If it's over 3%, give Hall Financial a call right away for a free 5-minute mortgage checkup and tell them Woodward Sports sent you. Hall Financial is fast. They do all the heavy lifting for you. So give them a go. DavidHallMortgage.com now to get started. Tell them Maz sent you. My rate got them down to 2.5, and they got me a 15-year mortgage as well. So things are looking up for me. Eventually, I'll get that house all taken care of. Hall Financial, lower payments, better options, more personal attention. Tell them I sent you.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, it is time for the big hook. Yes, the NFL over-unders are out. Well, guys, we are projected to win 5 games.
Yeah, we are on the low end. We are the lowest.
But you know what I find offensive? We're right there with the Houston Texans. I am sorry. I think we are far better off than the Houston Texans.
Although they beat us by like 30 on Thanksgiving
Day.
Day.
Their asses in.
Yeah, but this was last year. They don't have offensive weapons.
We don't know if they'll have Deshaun Watson.
They're probably not going to have a quarterback. They have a terrible defense. They just lost their biggest leadership person there with J.J. Watt. I mean, and J.J. Watt went out vocally. I mean, they have nothing. They have nothing. So I think we're going to do a little bit better than the Houston Texans.
Well,
I feel like
don't forget it's 17 games.
they don't
now.
have much to do with in the draft. Their first pick is like in the 40s or 60s. I don't know. We're way better than that.
They have us at 5-12, so that's the new norm, I guess, here from Vegas. Usually they got us, 6-10, 7-9, and of course at its best, always 8-8. But those days are over. It's the first time since 1970 something that they changed the games now. I think it was 76 or so. It used to be 14 games. Now it's 16 games. Now it's 17 games. So I go on the over on the Lions, honestly.
Yeah, I do too. Looking at, I'm more. You look at KC at 12, Tampa Bay 11.5, Green Bay, Baltimore 11, even Buffalo and the Rams 10.5. Obviously, you look at Buffalo or the Rams at 10.5. To be over, to me, that looks like a good bet. But Houston would be under 5. Jets and Jacksonville would be under 6. And I think Cincy, with healthy and depending on how this draft goes for them, but they might be the surprise team and 7-10 or 8-9 and stuff like this. So out of the teams on there, I think the Lions to bet the over 5 wins might be one of the best bets on the board there.
I'm going to have to agree with that. I think that's the given one for me. I mean,
and 17 games. So the fact, like, I'm looking at it last year, is that if you're saying 6-10 or 7, these guys are a couple games better, even though like the talent's not there yet. But I trust who's making the calls and putting this team together. So, like Dan Campbell said in this press conference, they're going to be competitive and they're going to down to the 60 minutes, down to the last play of the football game, figure out a way to win. So they're not mailing it in or doing anything like that. And I think that bleeds to the culture of the team. And I don't expect them to do anything but anything big, but 8-9 or 9-8 isn't out of the question.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that.
Can we admit that it's a little bit of blind faith? I've had the same feelings, right? But do we understand, like, we've never seen like this team or the coaching staff.
Yeah, but do you understand what we've seen? All the garbage in the previous years we've all seen. So I will bet you this is so disrespectful going low. We're going to blow it out of the water just with the competition. I don't care about the wins. I care about the way that they play. And for 17 games, they're going to give it their all. And I believe the way that they're going to put the team together, that they'll be in a lot of games. They're not going to be blown out of a lot of games. They might be blown out of a few. That's the way it happens in the NFL, as they've, especially maybe early. But I like the culture and everything I hear coming out of Allen Park, especially out of the people making the decisions in 2 weeks.
I mean, they've got the Bears at 7.5.
Garbage.
Yeah,
They made the playoffs last year, though.
Yeah, but the Bears. I think
over on the Bears still. I still think
really?
over. Yeah, I do.
I see under on the Bears.
Well, they play us twice.
No, that's a good point. No,
right, so I think we'll beat
point.
the Bears this year. I think we'll beat the Bears twice this year.
All right.
Here's what I'm hoping for.
Don't hold your breath.
Here's what I'm hoping for. No matter what, is we come out of this year and around the league, it's like, man, we don't want to play those guys. We don't want to play those guys. We might be able to beat them, but it's the same thing as talking about fighting early on. Who wants to get in a fight when you know you're going to get punched in the face? Goes back to yesterday talking Yahoo Sports Kevin Iole, right? Guys that don't have to do it, and you stand in there and getting punched in the face, it gets old. So the same thing is when you're playing a team that just is resilient and won't stop, and that's the culture of the Lions, and coming from the top, coming from kneecaps, alpha positive, bite your knees off.
My best bet is the Jags. They got him at 6. I got over 6.
I got Cincy's my best. Like,
You like Cincy?
I'm going.
If Joe
I
Burrow
like
comes
Cincy.
back.
I think
What?
If Joe Burrow's healthy.
he'll come back. Though.
He's
There's no
gonna be.
reason why.
I'm
He's gonna be
banking
fine.
on him being ready.
So, Darren is saying it's too early to predict how the Lions gonna do next season.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, it is very early,
blind.
but sometimes when you get in on these super early, you take the ones that are chalk, right? Like, I can see the Lions winning more than 5 games. I can see Cincy doing better than what they have in 7.5.
6.5, yeah.
Or 6.5. So some of these are the ones that you just want to get in ridiculously early because it's pretty much a
I
given.
got one for you.
Okay.
Cowboys, 9.5.
Too much. I hate, man.
Ain't nobody ask you.
Yeah, I didn't ask you.
Ain't
I asked Pilar.
nobody ask you.
Did you get my text I sent you, by the way?
Yeah, back in your cage, son.
Don't make me go Bruce Lee on you, okay?
Oh, I'm definitely not worried in that scenario.
Oh, my God, are you sad?
I will take off my earrings right now, and I will put you in your place.
Mucho potico, patatas, potato, all that stuff. We're going.
Ay, ay, ay.
T-Mac, I just got hungry. You
9.5.
said something about nachos?
Nachos and tortillas?
Yeah.
Tortas and flautas?
Yes.
I love flowers.
Chili con carne.
So I'm going to say 9.5. I give them 9 games.
Well, let's face
It's
it. No one in
probably
the
where I
NFC East
would
had a
say.
winning record last year.
That's fair.
Yeah.
And they're going 9.5 with a healthy Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
And a healthy Zeke. And a healthy Amari Cooper. 9.5.
But it's still your offensive line that you need to work on. It's still.
What are the
they
Skins?
lost-
Who you
they
worried
lost-
about in that division?
The Redskins.
Right, exactly, right. So, but again, are we gonna have the same sort of? Is that the division that's gonna be
You mean nobody's
500
worried
winning
about
the
the
division, or just a little less than that, or will it be another division this year? You know what I'm saying? That's what
Yeah.
you gotta ask yourself, and it just seems because, in my opinion, all these teams in what is that, the East,
Yeah.
NFC East, they've made improvements,
Of course.
right, or trying
couldn't get
to.
worse.
So,
Yeah.
well, Philly might have.
Yeah, Philly.
You know what? I'm going to say it from my chest, and I'm going to say it now so it's recorded.
Uh-oh.
Oh, from the chest.
I'm going
must
to say
be
that's
heat.
right.
Say it.
I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. I am going to say Dallas Cowboys over.
Over
9.5.
Okay.
From the chest.
You know what? I'm
She's
gonna
got
go. I'm gonna go
cojones,
with
man.
her. I'm going with her.
What's that?
I'm going with you. And I'm
What,
taking
what's
the,
heart in Spanish?
De mi corazón.
Mi corazón. From mi corazón.
De mi corazón lo estoy diciendo. De mi corazón.
Yes, from the heart. All right.
That's so much cooler than just saying hard in English. That's
It's so much better.
so much better.
Is it believable when I say
Absolutely.
over? When I say it?
Yeah, because you're the Cowboys guru here, and the fact that you believe in your
Well,
guy.
you also have to understand that I'm still a Cowboys fan.
No, we know
like
that.
by heart.
How about Washington? 8.
Well, I mean, I think Washington's defense was a lot better than what people wanted to admit yesterday, last season. So
They got Fitzpatrick at quarterback.
I know.
I go over. 8.
I'm gonna say over
yeah,
two.
I mean, it's a new quarterback. I said it's a question. They could take a step back. You don't know.
No, not with Fitzpatrick.
That defense
So-
is.
Yeah,
Fitzmagic will come in there. He starts having fun. He's going to start making his connections. I think I like him in that system. I like him with those coaches. I think he's going to do well. I would
Terry
say over
McLaurin,
8,
excellent
yeah.
receiver. Running
Yeah.
back, they might need another guy to run the ball. But Washington's defense is what's going to drive that team. And Chase
Yeah.
Young and that young Washington defense, I really look for them to take a big step up. If anything, they're going to be a thorn in Dallas' side.
100%
No question.
they will be.
You know
No
what I
question.
hate is it's so easy to make fun of teams like Washington and the Bears, but they still do better than the Lions. And the Texans even too.
Yeah. You know what I
The
watched last
Texans
night?
won't this year, though.
I went
Texans
down-
will not be better than the Lions this year. What?
I went down a rabbit hole last night. I was flipping channels before the Tiger game, and I got stuck on a 30 for 30 on the 85 Chicago Bears. I couldn't, and I've watched it like 20 times
Super
already.
Bowl
but
shuffle?
Yeah, you know, with Buddy Ryan, Mike Ditka, you know, they had the story about Walter Payton.
Michael, Mongo McMichael.
Those guys, I mean, they were classic, man. Classic. Anyway, I digress.
So is that another one? Is that another one? Rabbit Hole 30 for 30, 85 Bears. Check it out.
Yeah, I don't think it's the best of the 30 for 30s, but it's very good.
That's a good. Wait, what is the best 30 for 30?
Oh, there's so many. Fab Five is fantastic.
Bad Boys is good.
Bad Boys is phenomenal. But the best one, I got the best one. I told you this already. Huh?
Bill.
No, the two Bills. That was good, but no. It's a three-parter, and it's not The Last Dance either. It is the Lakers Celtics, 3 parts, best ever. Best
that was
ever.
Such a great era.
The best.
That I feel like every now and then you have got that great camaraderie between two.
Oh, they hated each other.
Yeah, between two.
It was Colorado, Detroit, in basketball early.
And the Celtics owned them, man.
Same thing of Dallas and San Fran in football in the 80s and different things like that.
But that Lakers Celtics, that was extra special. It really was. It was Yankees Red Sox, but it might have even been better. I hate to say it.
Do you guys think we'll get the Avalanche Red Wings one?
Oh yeah.
Now that NHL's back on ESPN.
Yes. You will get
you'll
one.
Get one. Yeah,
you're gonna get one. NHL back on ESPN. You hit it easy. You hit it.
I'll be ready, Easy, in case you're wondering.
What do you have for
That's
us?
why I'm practicing.
Will we ever get an American sports rivalry, and notice I said American sports, rivalry that'll be like the teams actually hate each other instead of we hate you on the field and off the field? Oh, hi, let's go have dinner tonight.
Back in the 70s and 80s, they would not even look at each other.
But I'm talking now.
Know. Probably not, Fish.
Here's the problem, Fish.
Probably not.
Right?
Because I feel like now people actually have respect for one another.
I don't want that. I want two teams that hate each other. Like Maz, meet me and you.
Yeah.
With our colors. Maz, F you.
F you too.
Here's the problem.
You suck, Maz. Get out of here.
Thanks, Fish.
Fish,
Go to hell.
You want the
You
answer
too.
of why?
Why?
The why is because of social media and everybody knows everybody or gets to know them or different that. But here it is in the NHL. 3-point games. There's no rivalries. It goes down. It's Batman hockey. Last game of the year, there's 5 teams trying to get into the playoffs. You don't have time to build a rivalry. That's why I said at the beginning of this year, the way they rescheduled, they made the Canadian divisions because of COVID, you might get more of that rivalry coming back. You know, you're looking for stuff like that in down at LCA in the Detroit, Chicago, like it used to be, but it won't get back there because the games have changed, right? Yeah. It's more of the public perception. Now, certain guys won't like each other, and that's always the case. That's why we got you, Fish, and you, Luke, to do the Kevin Durant stuff. So, you know, but that's where it's at, and it's softer because guys don't have the ability to know each other because they didn't travel. They didn't, hang out with each other, do all this, the charity work, the golf tournaments, all this stuff where that eases down when you get to know that the guy on the other team that you hate on the ice is a good dude. Well, you still have that competitiveness, but it changes.
Yep.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to get everyone here on board here because we don't get to talk to each other off the air very quick. Adnan Virk will join us, but it will be at 4:12 this afternoon. So
awesome.
His time had to move. He's busy on NHL Network today.
Is he doing stuff?
He's doing some stuff.
I thought he was just out in the, just another Canadian. Just
NHL Network, MLB Network, and now WWE
Monday Night Raw.
Yes.
And then he's got his movie podcast. He's got his football podcast. Yeah. The guy's everywhere.
What did you call him earlier today?
Mr. Everything.
Mr. Everything, yes.
Mr. Everything.
He is Mr. Everything. So stick around for that. But when we come back here
we got more over-unders. We haven't even done the big teams yet.
Okay, so
let's keep it going.
We're going to keep these over-unders going. So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Hi, I'm David Hall from Hall Financial. And at Hall Financial, we treat our clients like family. And our number one priority is giving each of our clients 5-star service. Our passion for 5-star service, combined with our expertise, allows us to find the best possible solution for refinancing your home loan. We take the time to focus on both the individual and the numbers. We're going to walk you through the process and close your loan in half the time of our competition. Go to davidhallmortgage.com today.
Hey guys, D-Mac here. Now, what am I going to tell you today? This is very important, very special, because here at Woodward Sports Network, what are we about? We're about you, the people, and getting out there in public and doing things.
So I have
2 announcements for you. Appearances, yes. Another birthday I have, March 26th, April 1st. 420, yes. This coming Tuesday, where will I be from 11 to 12? Well, I will be at Green Galaxy Meds in Flint. 408 South Center, 420 celebration. Celebrate my favorite holiday. Taco trucks all day. DMAC brand products for sale. Meet me. Great deals and cards and flowers. There it is up there. We're going to bring you that. Thank you to Green Galaxy Meds. And also, guys, as we mentioned, less than 2 weeks away to the draft, we are having the Woodward Sports NFL draft party with our very own former Lion, Joink Bell. Yes, Woodward Sports and Makers Mark 2021 NFL Draft Watch Party live at the Del Mar, Detroit. Streamed on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. April 29th, 7 to 11. Celebrate the Lions selecting their future. Watch the Lions build their new team. Former Lion Joint Bell and the rest of the Woodward Sports staff. Get a hold of Woodward Sports there's limited seating, so I am super excited. I'll see you Tuesday, then I'll see you back downtown in a couple Thursdays, but Woodward Sports coming at you in the public.
That was a damn good read.
Thanks.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. All right, guys, let's keep on going onto the very early over-unders that
That's
have
never
come
early.
out.
It's never early.
I mean, it's early.
If you could bet
when
on it, it's not early.
there's still so many good free agents that
Oh,
are
for
out
God's sake.
there. There's still draft that needs to happen. I mean, there's still some time. It's still early, but I like it when they're early and there's some that I say this for sure.
Well, here's the highest
sure.
ones. Kansas City, the Chiefs, who were the Super Bowl favorites last year, they're the Super Bowl favorites this year. Their over-under is 12. Followed by the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Bucks that have all their players back on both sides of the ball. First time that's happened in a long, long time. They're at 11.5. So you got a 12 for KC, 11.5 for the Bucks. Then the Packers and the Ravens coming in at 11. And then the Buffalo Bills and the LA Rams with Matthew Stafford at 10.5. This is the first time in Matthew Stafford's career that an over-under has been over 8 with his name attached to it. 10.5.
Why wouldn't it be?
I know.
You know,
10.5.
I just want to point out that Antonio Brown is still technically a free agent, so they don't have all their Tampa Bay doesn't have all their players back.
But he wasn't a starter. These are
And-
starters.
Oh well, and I also just want to say, Gronk, I believe, tweeted out something saying that Tom Brady has the ability to bring anybody out of retirement. So rumors are still out there that Adelman
Jelly
might.
Alley. Jules. Hey, Jules.
Adelman
Hey,
might
Jules.
go to
Jules, you want to come up to
Tampa.
California? You want to throw the ball? Jules, come on to the beach. Jules. Come on,
we
Jules.
going to
Come on,
Tampa?
Jules.
You wanna come to Tampa? You
Jules.
wanna
I need a
come to
guy.
Tampa?
I need a guy. Off the line. Quick swing. Quick
I
feet.
cannot wait till this guy is done. I cannot freaking wait.
Fish, do you have is that a call or is that?
I have, you know what? I got a comment on this is because the one that I would be fairly confident on is Buffalo. Over
I
10 and a
love
half.
Buffalo over 10 and a half.
Out of all the double-digit
Absolutely.
teams, that's the one that sort
Good
of
call,
jumps out
Mac.
and going, why? They're like the lowest. I mean, we can argue about the Lions, Cincy, Jacksonville, and stuff, but that just seems, especially 17 games. So
They're
you're
gonna
telling
own
me
the
they
East.
got to go 11 and
So-
6?
They're going to own the East.
That's
AFC East.
with what we've
They are.
seen, with the way they've gelled, and you know, coming up short last
Josh
year.
Allen.
It's
Josh,
a learning
yeah.
year. Sean McDermott, their coach, is he's got those guys playing, and Josh Allen, he's the real deal. So
I like
that's the
man.
one that
Good
I think
call.
I'm going to lay my $4.50 on.
There you go. Let me ask you this though: the Browns, they have them winning 10.
Ooh,
That's an interesting one.
that's right on the money. But 10-7? No, 11-6. I like the over there, too.
I like the over there
like
too.
the over.
I mean, their defense is starting to look
They just got
really
Clowney.
good. I would say
Clowney's
they
a
just-
throw-in on that team.
They're making some moves there.
Alden
I like
Smith,
the
by the
Browns
way, went to
over 10.
Seahawks. Alden Smith signed with the Seahawks. They got him for like a nickel. So he's going to go to Seattle and maybe try to revive his career.
But you know what the thing is if you look at the Browns and how they're built, and this is the key argument into why you draft a quarterback now, is because Baker's on his entry deal, so they can support around him with all these other players. So I'm not saying, like I said, I'm still sticking to I trust what we take, but you see why the Browns have been able. They have accountability in their organization. Sort of, they've to me, it's what the Lions can be building towards. Because when's the last time we legitimately talked about the Browns winning?
Never.
Right.
Never.
You said that about Stafford, but this is the freaking Browns, bro.
And they got robbed last year. That call,
They did.
that call
They should have
robbed
won
them.
that
They
game.
should have won that
They should have won that game
That-
against the Chiefs.
They
Kevin Stefanski, he was coach of the year. I'm pretty sure he was. And if he wasn't, he should have been. But that guy is.
That was the rough
He's a
bad
winner.
on that one. One more before we get to your phone call.
Bing.
That I see on here that I'm like, Dolphins. They have them at 9. That's kind of high.
So 9 and
I
8.
take over on that one. I think that's a little
You
low.
think really?
Well, I think
Look at
they're,
Luke.
they're
Luke's
10 or
pointing
11.
way
Luke's
up.
saying Luke is like, take it to the house, all the way to the ceiling.
Oh, Luke talks? I thought he.
Come get
Luke,
us.
oh my gosh, we got a reaction out of him.
In fairness, he was just going like this. Where's my camera? You're just going
So,
up.
is it because you're a big fan of Tua, or you're a big?
I'm not.
No, I'm asking Luke.
Oh.
They won 10 games last year, and Tua only played in, 4 or 5 of them?
Right, so Fitzpatrick helped win the other ones.
Yeah, sure, but the team's
He's
going to
not
be better
there.
this year than it was last year, and Tua's more experienced this year.
I don't have much faith in Tua.
Kyle Pitts too. They're
Here's the question, Luke.
That could be a game
Luke, who's
changer.
the question? You got more
That could be-
confidence in the Miami going over or Dallas going over?
Miami.
There it is.
Haters gonna hate.
Hater
Hey, hold
gonna
on.
hate.
Mikey, come here back here. 'Cause
Mikey
this is a
TikTok.
poll.
Come here,
What do you
Mikey
guys go-
TikTok.
Who do you guys think would win this fight now that you guys see them next to each
No,
other?
no, no.
Come
We're
here,
not going to talk about your fight yet. We're not going to talk about a fight yet. Don't be changing the subject.
Oh, look at that.
Don't be
That's like a
changing the
family
subject.
portrait.
Look at those boys. My sons. Those are my sons.
Yeah, the daughters and sons.
Those are my
yeah.
sons. Anyway,
right, Fish, who do
Browns
you-
definitely over. Miami definitely over.
Wow. All right. You guys think Tua time is going to do something?
I love Brian Flores.
I think
spectacular
that's
there?
where my
Brian Flores?
confidence goes to the coaching and the fact that he will be able to coach Tua up. Tua doesn't have to be the game changer, the Patrick Mahomes, the Aaron Rodgers guy. He's just got to be efficient.
Yeah, he's just got to be smart with the ball. I mean, I don't see him ever being that quarterback that's going to be over continuously 220 yards.
What are the
throwing.
Giants?
He's going to rely on his
Giants
defense.
is 7, Jets
He's going
is
to rely
6.
on his short pass game. He's going to rely on the run game.
Oh, here's one for you
So-
guys. 49ers, 10.
That one was interesting too. So the 49ers, though, they get a lot of injured players back.
You're going to tell me
especially
they're
when
going to
it
be
comes
10 and
their
7?
defense.
I'm betting the over on
Yeah.
San Fran because I believe they're taking Justin Fields as their quarterback. So bet it now before the quarterback gets in play because it's going to go up to 11.5 then.
I think that's one that I can say over.
Bro, he's not going to play right away if they take him.
He could.
Still going to be Jimmy G.
I'm just saying.
I bet if they take him, he's playing before
No.
week 4.
No way.
Yes
Pilar,
way.
I would
No
say
way.
by week 4.
You guys are out of your mind.
No.
He's a rookie.
How many rookies have started?
Not with a good team.
But here's the thing. Jimmy G is on the bottom of Shanahan's friggin' friends list, right? He has no faith in him. We saw that the way that he's been used and sort of.
Listen.
I wouldn't be surprised if Jimmy G gets traded if they draft Justin
They're
Fields.
not going to start. The San Francisco is not going to start a rookie when they're
No,
ready to
we
win a
didn't
Super Bowl.
say start. We said 3 or 4 games
No.
in.
Hold on. I will keep saying this.
No.
They
You hold on.
lost the Super Bowl. No. You hold on. They lost that Super Bowl because
Oh, please.
Jimmy G. You
One
can't.
bad pass.
It's not just one bad pass.
You're gonna
Jimmy
you're
G.
gonna, well, you want to
can't
go over
have
all the
somebody
Super
like
Bowls?
Jimmy G. You
Let's
can't
go over
have,
all.
No,
let's
hold
go
on a
over
second.
all 54
You
Super
can't have
Bowls.
somebody like Jimmy Garoppolo going up against a quarterback like Patrick Mahomes.
Patrick
and
Mahomes
think-
beats 90% of
It
the
doesn't-
teams he plays against.
But it doesn't matter. You need, if you're going to compete in the Super Bowl, you're going to be competing against somebody like Patrick Mahomes. That's what you have to go up against.
So
Jimmy
Justin Fields
G
is better than Jimmy
not-
G already? That's
I-
what you're saying?
No,
I
by
think
week
so.
4 he will
I
be.
think he will
Okay,
be.
okay.
I think he will be. I think that
We'll talk.
that is an organization that is going to learn to balance running the ball and throwing the ball. And the second that they have somebody that can heavily air the hell out of that ball, they're going to start doing that. And
Matt,
that's
they got a
what's gonna
guy
win
named
you games.
Debo. You can't go against a team with a guy named Debo.
right.
You
Debo!
just can't. It's not. You
I'm
can't.
not going against them. I just think that they're Super Bowl ready, and I just don't think they would start a rookie quarterback.
I don't think they're going to start him. I think he's
I don't think he's gonna start
He's going
either,
to
but-
win the position.
Yeah.
He could be better than him. It's weird. It's a weird
Coming from the
situation.
guy that could beat Bruce Lee, you're listening to him?
Bruce Lee would die.
Holy
All right. Y'all are getting my hair all crazy up in here, man. Come
Easy.
on.
You should have a mute button. I should be able to hit a mute button to mute you.
All right.
He does if you come into the booth.
I know.
He's scary. He won't come in his boot. No, Glenn.
I'm not scared of you, punk.
All right.
Hey, we should change the matchup and have Maz versus Eazy.
Yeah.
That would be a good. Why didn't Kennedy think of that one? That would be a good matchup. We got to get to Kevin since we didn't get to him yesterday. Do we want to do it before the break?
Is that what you want to do?
break?
Wait. Is that what you want to do? You want to get to Kevin? Because whatever you call, I'm doing.
Well,
you call it, Fish.
You want to do after the break? Do we have to take a break?
What do you want to do? We were supposed to take a break a long time ago, but what do you want to do?
It's whatever the host wants to do. Host picks.
Look, when we come back from our break, we're going to have the baseball trivia. So we got to get the phone calls in. We need some phone calls. Kevin can't
Someone
play every
take
day.
order here.
All right. Yeah, make
Fish,
a decision.
whatever the hell you want.
All right, we're
we'll
taking
do.
Kevin now.
Okay,
Kevin,
then
you're
you're
on
on
the
the
line.
I love it. Don't be like Jimmy Garoppolo. Be confident when you're throwing it
He's
to
confident.
us.
He can score with anybody. Have you seen him?
That's right. All right. Kevin, welcome to the show.
Yeah, off the field.
What the hell did I walk into?
He's a fine quarterback.
Said, what did
Hi,
I just
Kevin.
walk into?
He's a fine
You
quarterback.
walked into a Friday afternoon on the hook.
And Pilar is drunk.
I sure did. Well,
you showed that 8 Mile
hey,
vodka.
first off, Madge's daughter,
Everybody
Spartan Dog,
thinks that
welcome to the family.
What was that, Kevin? We missed you. We talked over you.
Yeah, I said, first off to your daughter, she's Spartan Dog now. Welcome to the family.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, and what's up with Eazy? I love my guy Eazy, but man, Bruce Lee.
Oh, thanks,
Come
Kevin.
on,
Thanks,
man.
Thanks, Kevin.
And lastly, AAU and all these other leagues that kids are now growing up with, where they're playing with each other. That's what's killed rivalries in sports like we had that were
absolutely
just pure hatred.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
You got
So,
it, Kev. You got
all
it.
right, guys.
Travel teams and all the summer leagues and, the all-star teams and all these guys, the USA teams, Canada teams and stuff, it definitely has. It's a great point, Kev. We appreciate you as always, bro.
Hey, be good, brother.
All right.
Yeah, thanks for
Have a
calling
good weekend,
in.
Kev.
So this, our social media is great
Why don't you take
right
another
now.
swig while you're at it?
Everybody thinks that 8 Mile vodka is full, but I've just been putting water in it this whole time.
Hey, the boys in the
Darren
morning,
said,
they do their shots on Fridays.
Well, here you
Yeah,
go.
Slap Shot Friday.
No
Stick got
way.
slapped
Well,
by
here
Mikey
you
TikTok.
go.
You know I don't
I
drink.
don't
It's all
drink.
you.
Here you go.
Wait,
It's
we
all
gotta have
you.
someone slap him though if he's gonna do a Slap Shot Friday.
Yeah,
You
well, I
can't take
can't drink
you
alone.
can't take stick.
People will start judging
No,
me
but
if I drink alone.
Stick wants it to be a Detroit thing.
I'll slap Maz
Okay,
if you do
well,
the shot fish. No, you
I'm
can't.
not
do-
doing
you
that.
can't.
Darren says, have a Snickers and get the chairs out and start swinging them.
Wait, what was it?
Darren said, have a Snickers and get the chairs out and start swinging them.
All right.
That was good. All right. Let's regroup
Feels like
here.
you've done that a few times.
Me?
Yeah, you grabbed that bottle.
Oh, I thought you meant taking out the chairs and swinging them. You guys are giving me way too much grief. It's all right. Bring
Pilar's
it.
too drunk for this, guys.
You guys are gonna start rumors. You guys are gonna start rumors. All right, here we go, guys. It is time for a break. Let me re-get control of this room over here. Okay, Eazy. I was on your side up until now. All right, so now Bruce Lee would whoop your ass.
He would.
Even if he has never fought a real fight in his life.
Hombre no me gusta.
Well, hombre te va a pasar. When we come back, it is time for us to play our world famous.
I don't know how world famous it is.
It is world
It
famous.
is world famous,
Okay,
Maz. You know
sorry.
why? Because we give you an option of the gift cards, of the
That's
$100
right.
gift cards, either Detroit Wing Company or La Sheesh. That's
right.
why it's worldwide options here at Woodward Sports.
Is worldwide around Detroit. All right, guys, do not go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand.
Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech. The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
Hire a graduate of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Pilar, I need to do it for the read. Holy cow. She can drink the rest of it just like you do, but why is D-Mac holding up the 8 Mile vodka? Because it's heavy and somebody has to. Now, when I always say don't tell me what, tell me who. It's the people here. 8 Mile vodka, you know what? Born in Detroit, distilled in single 90-liter batches to allow for optimal quality control and care, just like Pilar has in her Cisco cup right now. Exceptional premium vodka that can be chilled, enjoyed straight, or mixed to create an exceptional cocktail. If you want to be like Pilar, go to Meyer, get your 8 Mile vodka, or ask your bartender anywhere for an 8 Mile on ice. But if you do, please drink responsibly.
All right, friends, thanks for tuning in to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital sports network, live from my bookie studios. Keep the conversations going across social media at Woodward Sports. And, of course, you can always give us a call. I don't know if you're a little scared to call in today, though, guys. It seems like these ones are a little wild, but it's 313-552-6322. It is time for us to play our world famous, our universe famous, get home with Maz, I'm gonna rip this earpiece out of my ear so I don't have to hear this, okay? Get home with Hall Financial baseball trivia. You know what's all this I feel like I don't know what the word is.
Pent up energy?
Aggression is, it's because you wore that green shirt.
It's because I haven't been in my house in a week. That's how.
Go green.
Well, hopefully,
Go Lil.
Yes.
There you go.
You're doing it for your daughter. It's the right thing to do. Look,
I am.
My husband would wear a Michigan State blouse too.
A blouse?
A blouse like that.
There's no buttons on this.
All right. Let's get to the phone lines. 313-552-6322 is the number if you want to get in on our world famous Get Home with Hall Financial baseball trivia show. Who do we have?
Alrighty, we have Sergio from Royal Oak.
Sergio
Hi,
from
Sergio.
Royal Oak.
He
All right.
is on the line.
Go start explaining to him, Lucy. Tell him how to win the game.
Stop it.
Explain to him.
You do it so well. All right, Sergio, it's quite simple. All you have to do is answer all 4 of our trivia questions correct, and you will win a $100 gift card to your choice, either Detroit Wing Company or Lashish, all thanks to our friends over at Hall Financial.
Hi, Sergio.
Hey, sounds great.
All right, Sergio, are you ready for question number 1?
Bring it on.
All
right.
You do it the first one because this one is so easy.
I was
refuse
going to do
even
the
read
first
it.
one because I was already getting ready. All
I
right.
refuse to read it.
Let's get you to first base. During which inning is Take Me Out to the Ball Game sung?
7.
Yes, that is correct.
All right. Question number 2. Who was the first player to pitch a ball over 100 miles per hour?
Here's a hint. He had a really beautiful dog. It was like a white
I don't think
golden
that's a good
retriever.
hint. I don't think that's
Are you
a
kidding
good
me? It was
hint.
all over his sports cards.
Yeah?
Really?
Yes.
I
Who's
would've
gonna
said-
know that?
I would have said
Hold
I
on.
wouldn't have charged the mound on this guy.
Yeah. Here's you want another hint, Sergio?
Yeah, give me one more hint.
He started with the Mets. The Mets traded him to the Angels for Jim Fregosi.
That's such a dirty. That
terrible.
is such a dirty hint.
I don't know.
Think
I feel like-
Astros.
I would say better known for his time in Texas.
Ricky Johnson?
Walter in on our social media is correct though. If you're watching the social
I'll give Sergio
media.
another crack at it.
Okay.
Sergio, think again.
Walter Davis.
Oh no, that was my fault because I said Walter. No, social media. The Walter on our social media has got it correct.
You got another guess?
No, I'm out.
All right. It's all right, Sergio. We appreciate you trying, man.
Tell him, Walter.
Yes.
Thanks for calling, buddy.
Thank you.
Thanks so much for calling. Darren said, think Robin Ventura.
Yeah, I said
Robin
I wouldn't
Ventura.
charge the mound.
Matter of fact, do you have that fight? Can you find that fight for me? I asked about
Which
a week
one?
ago, but I forgot to ask you again.
What's the fight?
Nolan Ryan.
Nolan
Robin
Ryan
Ventura.
against Robin Ventura.
Tammy and Walter
find
on
it.
our social media are absolutely correct. It was Nolan Ryan.
And it was 1974 in a game against the White Sox. He hit 100.8 miles per hour. And, of course, he hit it probably 1,000 more times after that. So, it's a
You guys
great
never
Nolan Ryan.
collected the Nolan Ryan cards?
Not that. I never saw the dog.
Yeah, there was a card.
What kind of dog?
It was. I want to say it was like a white lab, like a golden retriever or a white. I think it was a white lab actually,
Nice.
though. Beautiful dog. I used to collect baseball cards back in my day, and I like the ones with
I don't
the
think I've ever
dogs.
seen a baseball card with a pet.
Really?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to Google this and
Guess
bring
we're
it
gonna
up.
have to.
I sold it for $1.50.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
All right,
It's
so
only
we
worth
got-
$1,500 now.
We got through one question and one loss of a question. So the other two I will carry over until
All right.
until Monday. We'll try it again on Monday.
Yes. And we're gonna try to move these to the 4 o'clock hour so more people can play.
We can do that.
All right. All right, guys. Thanks so much for calling in and playing along, of course, on our social media. When we come back, wait, is Adnan coming?
No, we got
Or
10
4:12.
minutes still.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So much more show when we come back, so don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
Morning, D-Mac.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network, Detroit's all-digital network, live from MyBookie Studios. I'm Pilar Lastra. To my left, we've got D-Mac. To my right, we've got Maz. We've got Fish in the fishbowl. Eazy D behind the glass, and Luke manning all of our social media, which you guys are doing awesome at today. Love everything we're seeing. We're having a lot of fun with you guys at Woodward Sports across the board. And of course, you can give us a call, 313-552-6322. All right, guys, let's talk about what would you do? One of the questions I remember on Deal or No Deal was, what would you do with $1 million? If you won $1 million, what would you do with it? And
Wow.
and the
Kind of
reason,
nice to think about.
right? What would you do with $1 million? You know, Maz, I'm
Today's
sure.
different than when maybe some of us did make that money, because I wouldn't say hookers and blow now or Vegas or gambling, which I'm sure.
Let it
Listen,
ride.
well documented. I've lost probably over $1 million in gambling, so I would say I did it. But
what'd you do? Cards?
No, I was good at that. But every game, poker to the like I gotta blow it through, right? So the thing is, you're going to Vegas and you're playing with all these baccarat and all that stuff. Anyways, it's not
like you're
good when
spreading
you
it
can
around.
when you sit there for 10 hours, lose $250,000 in a shoe. That's not good. Things like that happen, but you learn. You live and learn.
We should get
It's
on
a good thing that you can make it. And what I would do today, Dogecoin.
Hey.
It's going up. It's 28 cents. Yeah.
Hey, Easy made some money on that.
do?
Dogecoin, because it's at 28
Dogecoin,
cents. It's the
I
new
call it.
What
Bitcoin.
is
No, I'm kidding.
Dogecoin?
Dogecoin. It's the new Bitcoin. Anyways, it's a joke for the. Listen, that was for the it kids, the YouTubers, all the kids out there, right
Well,
there.
Chad Johnson's all over it too. He's on every damn thing.
So that's
Is
what I'm
this
saying.
real?
Follow the guys that do
follow.
it. Follow the guys
Yes,
that do it
Paul,
right.
it's real.
Yeah. Yeah.
And is
Explain
it
to Pilar how
28
much money
cents?
you invested and how much it's worth now, Easy.
So I bought like 2,000 Dogecoin at like 2 cents in like January, and then between last night and this morning, it shot up to 47 cents. So it went up to like $1,000. So $100 turned to $1,000. It's another cryptocurrency, but it's.
But is it real cryptocurrency? Like, could I?
Well,
but here's the thing though. With Bitcoin, I can actually go
what
to a
is real
store.
cryptocurrency?
But for what, as weird as this sounds, I can pay with Bitcoin. I can go to a coffee store and pay with Bitcoin. Can I pay with Dogecoin?
Dogecoin?
That's a great question. There's I think a Kia lot or something like that. It's like the only place that I'm know of that's accepting it other than like other crypto traders.
Just so you know, and it's followed like the people that are involved. This is Elon Musk, Mark Cuban. So Mark Cuban actually has, for the Dallas Mavericks, put it into his articles out there about season ticket holders and using Dogecoin at Mavericks games and stuff. So what I'm saying is either it's the one thing or whatever else, but that's the reality of today. I don't even, like you said.
Our money is not. We're not going to have money anymore.
No, it's not.
So anyways, back to the $1 million, because Jalen Hurts, the quarterback for Philadelphia, got his $1 million, and what he did with it. Although I did do something he did, right?
Well, look at all the stuff. Look at all the stuff Jalen did. Put that up on the screen, Eazy.
He said on his first $1 million, I probably spent $165,000. This is what he said via GQ Sports. $60K on his sister's tuition.
Boom, that's the one I did.
70K.
But it was about
Wait,
$150K
on your sister's tuition?
Yeah, on about 7 different years. It's professional.
That was nice. So he did, all right, $70K on his sister's tuition, $60,000 in charity, $50,000 in business and living expenses, $30,000 in fashion, $30,000 in upgrading parents' house and future vacations, $20,000 car payments and training, and then mall trips and brother's gifts, $2,000.
Brother got screwed.
But
look what the hell?
$2,000 you spent on your brother on the mall trip,
the majority was $738,000 he put into savings.
That's good. That's a good
amazing.
spending. That's very wise spending.
I wish I had his guy back in the day.
Now, what was he, second round to Philly?
Yes.
Second round to Philly.
So
I hope he makes a lot of money. I like him.
I hope so, too.
I like him.
There's
a kid who started at Alabama, winds up at Oklahoma, because he ran at the tour, then he goes into Oklahoma, finishes there, and then he's getting passed up by everybody, and he late second round, and the Eagles take a shot at him, and before you know it, he's unseating Carson Wentz. And he had a couple of good games last year.
And on one of the articles, it actually breaks down on the EaglesWire.usatoday.com. It actually breaks it down a little bit further. And it was $30,000 on his rent, Wi-Fi, and phone bill. $20K on agent and financial advisor. So $10K on training and self-care. $15K on remodeling his mom's house.
Huh.
That is beautiful that he's still taking care of his family and his sister. I love that he paid off his sister's tuition. That is now
sweet.
That's gold that he would do that. But yeah, what would you do? Oh, and then here's the best part of the article. It says Hertz suggests you can save money on a cheaper phone plan, leasing or buying a used car, or taking a few to-go plates from the Eagles practice facility.
I love that. Hey, I told my daughter Lily, she wants me to get the food plan. This kid is planning up a blowout at Michigan State, but the freaking food plans are it's more money than the damn thing. So you know what I told them? If I get you the food plan, you split it with your roommate. Split it, and then you guys just load up, bring food back, just take care of the whole dorm. Just keep bringing food back. As much as you can. That's the same thing.
Terrible.
Oh my God!
No, that's brilliant.
This
brilliant,
kid.
Maz.
Thank
brilliant.
you. Thank you. Am I wrong?
No, it's brilliant.
Thank you.
Teaching her to steal.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
That's the Jersey way of food plans.
I like it.
This is funny. Darren says Maz looks lost. Fire up the pizza slice throw.
I'm gonna have to keep a cold pizza over here.
$1 million.
Dink,
She
I
would
had my
save
pizza
and
today.
invest.
I had my pizza today, Dink, but I could always go for another slice.
Oh my gosh. No, it's interesting though to see what some of the people actually spend their money on. Some people go out and they buy these really lavish,
of course,
cars,
5 cars, 3
jewelry.
houses. But this kid didn't get all the money. He didn't get a lot of money.
Yeah.
He's a second-round pick. He still got a lot of money, but not comparatively speaking. Mac, all your teammates, who was the most extravagant? Who was the cheapest?
Me?
You were
was the most extravagant? No, I wasn't. I didn't have the paycheck.
Hey,
Sergey?
I was going to guess Sergey or Shani.
No, Sergey was I'll tell you the best that which will make you want to throw pizza in my face or whatever. But Drapes has always been the best, and it's not frugal or whatever, but it's the explanation or what it is, like the responsibility that he's always had and the people that he's surrounded himself with is the reason he's that way.
That's why he's the general manager.
The cheapest, we used to say, we used to bust Dan to know that we'd say, but he was the little brother. So it's one of these things that you always take care of him, but you let him know that you're busting his chops about it. But we always called him T-Rex or alligator arms. You know, you can't get them in your pocket. You got it, Dandy? You got a tip? Oh, can't get it. T-Rex.
That's funny, man.
Oh, my goodness. Let us know.
Do you guys remember Ryan Broyles, the second-round pick receiver for the Detroit Lions? He actually made more money outside of football than he did playing football. He took all that money, he saved it up, and started investing in like real estate and stuff like that. It's kind of interesting.
How about that Junior Bridgman? Remember our boy Joe
Yeah.
P? Tell us about Junior Bridgman.
600.
Yeah, I mean,
600 schmil.
Yeah, not bad.
I mean, but you look at a lot of athletes who invested money. Look at Shaq, how much money he's invested in.
You know, Gronk hasn't spent a penny of his NFL money. Not a penny. He still has every single penny. He just spends his commercial money. The money he makes from commercials.
Reminds me of this. Like, this is off topic, but
we call him a dummy, but he's really not.
Listen, Drapes and Ozzy lived together, right at Riverfront down for the Joe
right
for like 3-4 years. Yeah. Literally. So this is back in the day where you get your paychecks, right? The secretary had to get and if you knew it, Drapes had to get. Ozzy had his checks from like 4 or 5 months. He never deposited or cashed. He's had checks sitting on his dresser from like 4 or 5 months because he wouldn't go to the bank or do stuff like that back in the day. I always remember that Kathy had to come down and say, Chris, where's those checks and stuff like that. So
that's funny, man. I love those stories.
Yeah.
Well, true statement. I still get paper checks here.
That's awesome.
True story.
You are something.
I know.
And I'm going to put my draft in your hands.
And it's because, well, I'll tell you why you should put your draft in my hands. Because I still believe in doing things in paper. You should see my notebooks. I've got stacks and stacks and stacks of notebooks where I take handwritten notes. And I can go back and pull them out of every season and go back and tell you exactly.
Do you want me to go to my diary here?
What? Yeah, you're the same way.
I'm a hoarder. I got see, Maz does these sheets every day of sort of like the rundown. So how long have we been doing the show? 2 months? Yeah. I got every sheet in that bag so I can go back to it or whatever.
Yeah.
Guess what? I have them from from my radio days of 20 years. I have them in loose leaf books.
All right.
All right,
enough
guys.
with you.
Hey, Adnan Virk's coming up.
Yeah, so let's get to it.
All right. Okay, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we've got Adnan Virk joining us, the new voice of WWE Monday Night Raw, and also just
lots of other
Mr.
stuff.
Everything.
He does everything.
So don't go anywhere. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. And yes, my friends, it is time for us to bring on our guest, Adnan Virk, joining us. Welcome to the show.
Thanks so much, Pilar, D-Mac, and Maz. So I was at my desk, but we have a very strict protocol here as far as quarantining and having a mask on. So I had another guy in my office, Keith, who I share an office with. So it looks like I'm in high school right now. I have all these lockers. And
I love it.
I'm not going to get stuffed into a locker WWE style, I promise that. Good to be with all of you today.
That is awesome, AV. I'm so happy for you and all your success. No one, not a bigger fan than I, and congrats on everything. And the latest, man. I mean, Did you ever think of this? WWE with you?
No way, Maz. I never thought of this. It's great to reunite. It's shocking, man. I mean, even I heard Pilar going to break mentioning it. It's still baffling to me. You often hear that expression, surreal, and that's what it feels like. It's been a really interesting journey, you know, my whole life. I just, all these opportunities that have come, and obviously 9 years at ESPN, and all these 6 jobs that I have now between MLB Network and it's DMAC Labricia. Today I'm doing hockey. I'm with Bruce Boudreau, Mike Rupp, so we got hockey from 6 to 7. So unfortunately, this Avalanche situation is terrible. But yeah, MLB Network, NHL Network, Raw, Cinephile, GM Shuffle, NFL Pod. It's been wild.
So, Adnan Virk, obviously, bro, congratulations. You're living every Canadian kid's dream. I know you being from Toronto and growing up in the Kingston area, I was looking back that, you around there in '89. Well, that's when I was in Belleville in the OHL and stuff.
Oh, nice. Belleville, the friendly city. I love it.
Absolutely. Bell Vegas, baby. So, but I remember being such a huge at the wrestling at the time, being in junior and stuff like that. Where did your love of wrestling and to get to, like, how does this situation for you come up? Because this is like, I heard you do an interview when you said 10-year-old you. I believe it, dude. I was so stoked for you because not only the wrestling fan being Canadian, but you're a hockey guy. So there's that thing too.
And football.
Well, I understand that, Maz, but and movies and everything else. But
Godfather.
But how did this come about, and to where you're actually sitting down with Vince McMahon, and this is going to happen?
Yeah, dude, it's shocking. I love the excitement you have because I feel the same way. By the way, Belleville Bulls, Kingston Frontenacs. I mean, epic rivalries growing up. I still remember driving with friends to both those games, the Memorial Center, obviously in Kingston, going way back. But yeah, my agent reached out in December, and Nick Hahn's my former agent. He's with CAA for a long time, and now he's the president of WWE. So when he took the job in August, I had said to him, like, hey, listen, if ever there's an opportunity, he's like, yeah, no, I'll keep you in mind. Saying it half-heartedly, never expecting this. And then months later, he was like, be ready. And Michael Cole, who was in charge of all the on-air talent at WWE, was talking to my current agent, Matt Olson. He goes, who's somebody in your roster? Vince McMahon wants, a different voice, right? He wants a classic sportscaster. Who's somebody that think he could do it? And so Matt was like, listen, I know Adnan was a big fan as a kid. I know now he's got all these other jobs. He's got young kids, etc. But, at least give him a shot. So they had me audition. The audition was a blast. To your point, I just said, as a 10-year-old kid, this would just be cool to audition, much less get the job. I'm like, I just get to meet some professional wrestlers and WWE stars and kind of see the operation. They flew me down to Florida. I did a few matches off the monitor, met a couple of the guys, and away we went. And I didn't think too much of it. And then they actually offered me the job, and I went, oh, my God, this is shocking. But to be honest, it was actually a lot of stress because with COVID and everything, I said, I don't know how I'm going to pull this off. I can't be doing Bruce Boudreau and Mike Rupp and Kevin Weeks shows and flying to Florida. So I really give credit to my bosses here at MLB and NHL because they said, okay, you got to get vaccinated right away. The country got in better shape. By April 3rd, the CDC said if you're fully vaccinated, you can travel domestically. So it was a week before I actually ended up going to WrestleMania. I still can't wait to get back to Canada and see my parents, which I still can't do. But it's a long, winding road, Darren, and I'm shocked that, honestly, the moment really hit me was at 8:01 on Monday when I was like, we're actually doing this. Because prior to that, it could be a practical joke. So
right.
Like, okay, sorry, we were just kidding around. This isn't actually happening. But once we were actually live on the air, it was really cool. And the guys I was with were amazing. Corey Graves and Byron Saxon. I've done every sport, and I've called different games, but you really have to make your analysts shine. And those guys carried me. I'm not kidding. They knew every single move. And I promised myself, listen, don't try to extend yourself. Don't say stuff you don't know. It would be like calling a hockey game and, talking about icing and you really had no idea what it was. So I tried to keep things simple, and I was really fortunate things worked out.
Just a couple things on that with Corey Graves. He's a Pittsburgh guy. He's a Penguins fan and stuff like that. Did him being a hockey guy and stuff like that help out? Or because it's a camaraderie, and I saw a post or Twitter about your new team, right? Which is like every time you go, no matter what it was. But talk about, see, I love the fact because to me, I think they're going to take care of you. Right? You know what I'm saying, as you're saying. So my big thing, though, were you starstruck by anybody when you went down there, like meeting them as a fan?
Well, I did see Hulk Hogan at one point drive by in a golf cart. And I said, okay, I mean, that was kind of cool. Like, I wish I could have had a minute with him. That was really cool. But as I've told the story, when they flew me down, again, everything's been hush-hush. Like, I auditioned February 5th. A few weeks later, things were looking good. I had to get clearance from MLB. So, like, late March, we were pretty good. But everything was quiet. So I only told 5 people. I only told my wife, one of my 4 kids, my parents, and my brother, and that was it. So I went down to WrestleMania on the 10th, and I was trying to keep a low profile, right? Trench coat, fedora. I'm going to hide out the back. I don't want anyone to see me. So when we unveiled that surprise Monday morning, it really was the shock of a lifetime. It's like having a birthday party, and I was jumping out of the cake. I know that's a bad image. You'd rather have Marilyn Monroe, but that's what it was. So to your point about being starstruck, I wanted to probably engage more of those people backstage, but I figured, you know what? I don't even want to be a part of it. So I said, let me just kind of lay low. But there's no question, Darren, when I get to meet them a little bit, and I mean, it's hockey. I mean, I was thinking I can't wait to meet Edge. Edge is a Toronto guy, huge hockey fan. I mean, guys like him, Kevin Owens, obviously, is from Quebec. Sami Zayn's from Montreal, like the Canadians in particular. But you mentioned Graves, yeah, big hockey guy, Penguins fan, Pirates fan, and your whole point about teammates is important. Like they know, hey, listen, man, this guy's got all these other jobs. He's coming from a different place. He has not been watching wrestling week after week for the last 30 years. So we got you. We'll cover you. Let's do this together, which is a really wonderful feeling.
Awesome.
Adnan Virk joining us here on the Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Love you, man. I'm glad your success is amazing. WWE Raw, MLB Network, NHL Network, so on and so forth. Big movie buff. Michael Lombardi and you on the NFL podcast, the GM Shuffle. That's always fun. That's in my rundown as well. Hockey in Detroit. It's been down, obviously, over the past years, but I do have Stanley Cup goal-clinching guy sitting next to me here. But the Wings make that deal at the deadline. Anthony Mantha, huge deal. The kid scored 2 goals already with the Capitals. And then on the Tigers side, we got Akil Baddoo, here in Detroit. So things are kind of looking up for us here, Adnan.
Maz, that Akil Baddoo story has been amazing. One of my best friends is from Windsor, so he grew up a huge Detroit Tigers fan. And he's been texting me today like, this story is awesome. I was like, are you kidding? Like this it's like a Star is Born, right? It's straight out of a movie, the way he's come up on the scene, walk off here, grand slam here. I kept saying his name sounds like Erykah Badu, so I'm like, I hope he gets like Erykah Badu, warm-up music at some point. But kidding aside, he's been a real star, and I like this Tigers team. I remember when AJ Hinch got introduced as the manager, I was doing the press conference on MLB Network, and I've always liked AJ, and they've got a good collection of talent, you guys know. There's a lot of focus on that pitching. Casey Mize I love, by the way, because Splitters, like as a kid growing up, I just loved watching Splitters, Bruce Sutter in the 80s. And so I asked him when I interviewed Casey Mize, I said, I love the fact that you throw Splitters. They wouldn't tell you not to throw it. He said, yeah, they tell me it's too hard on the arm, but I like throwing it. So I love Mize, Manning, Tarek Skubal. Obviously, you guys have seen it now, Badu. I think for Detroit, we knew they were pitching rich. Now, hopefully, the bats come along. And as far as the Red Wings are concerned, yeah, I mean, that Mantha deal, you guys are closer to the situation than I am. I did not see that coming. But I talked to Brian Lawton about it, former GM, former agent, because you know what? They got a good return for him. He's a good young kid. That's one of those major trades that should hopefully benefit both parties.
I know you're a big Eagles fan, too, NFL. We just talked about Jalen Hurts, and there was a tweet out today from a guy in Philly how this kid spent his first $1 million. And he put $738,000 of it in the bank. Then he paid off his sisters?
His sister's loan.
Sister's tuition.
His sister's tuition. He helped his dad. He helped his brother buy this and that. But the kid is smart. What's your take on Jalen Hurts?
Well, it's interesting. He definitely gave them a real jolt, Naz, because Wentz just played so poorly. And I was the biggest Carson Wentz apologist. I said he has no offensive line. They're ravaged by injury. They're old. They're beat up. I hated Doug Peterson's play calling. He just never ran the ball, even though Miles Sanders is their best offensive weapon. The receivers are slow, don't create separation. But eventually, with all that being said, Wentz was also a problem. He was also getting sacked a ton, turnover prone. So at that point, I was also frustrated. Now, to be clear, I thought they would keep Wentz and just kind of push, push him along with Hurts coming in. But he immediately brought them energy. He was a playmaker. He was dynamic. His numbers overall were not great. If you look them up, it was like 5 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, 54% completion. But I think more than anything, he was a breath of fresh air. The team seemed to believe in him. And I think now that they're going to try to, surround him with appropriate talent. You look at this draft, they're definitely going to be able to get a wide receiver. They definitely need offensive line help. So I'm intrigued by it. Initially, when they drafted him, I thought it was insane. I said, what are we doing? Yeah. We have Wentz in a long-term contract. Why would you draft another quarterback? And it's shocking the way it's all went down. There's a great article in The Athletic. Me and Mike broke it down, the most recent NFL podcast we did, the GM Shuffle, in which they showed how winning a Super Bowl sometimes can be toxic. Because all of a sudden, Howie Roseman thought there was a limited window. All of a sudden, trying to win now. It doesn't happen. The franchises has regressed. Now, Doug Peterson's gone. Carson Wentz is gone. So it's been a situation which has had a lot of flux. But I'm intrigued by Hurts, and that's a cool story. But I'm taking care of the right things. That's nice to hear.
Adnan Virk here, obviously the man of everything. More importantly, you better tune into WWE Monday Night Raw and check him out. But I want to go back to the NHL, and you mentioned about the Colorado Avalanche having the COVID. Vancouver has gone through a spell of having it. There was articles out a few weeks ago about the NHL going to a bubble for playoffs. Do you guys hear anything of that? Could that be a legit possibility for the NHL?
I think they'll kick around anything, D-Mac. I was just watching. Elliot Friedman was on our air, of course, the great Hockey Night in Canada insider, my old friend from Toronto, and he said that because Jackie Redmond asked him, like, with this Avalanche situation, he goes, I don't want to speculate too much. All I know is they're shutting it down for a week. April 20th, they're going to try to see from there. We know that Grubauer has it, and you're just trying to avoid what happened with Vancouver. You saw that in baseball last year, the Marlins and the Cardinals. Like, you don't want it to be, okay, 1 or 2 get it, now it's 7. Now it's spread through the entire team. And obviously, Vancouver's situation has been heartbreaking. So we are almost at the finish line. Should have been May 10th. They pushed the season back now. Theoretically, for Vancouver, they're going to try to play like a game every night. And now this Colorado situation is tough. To be blunt, D-Mac, a part of me said, well, Vancouver, they probably weren't going to make the playoffs. So if they don't make it to the finish line in terms of total games, it's not the worst thing in the world, right? You go by winning percentage. But Colorado's a concern. This is a legit Stanley Cup contender. If they are waylaid by this, all of a sudden it impacts the season. My whole thought all along was you got to get this in before the Olympics. You want to get this in by July 18th at the very latest and have the season wrapped up. A couple months, we'll regroup. So my fear is that if Colorado's situation is worse than we think, the regular season gets pushed. I mean, the worst possible case would be try to play the playoffs. You have to pause for like the Western and Eastern Conference Finals and the Stanley Cup for the Olympics, because NBC says, well, we don't want to just put this on, where are we going to put this? We need to have this like on NBC, NBCSN, USA, and then all of a sudden then the Cup final will be in August. So I think everything's in play. I haven't heard any specifics in the bubble, but everything's in play, and I just hope they get it in before the Olympics, because that could really be a logistical nightmare.
I appreciate that. You just made Maz look like a genius, because that's what he's been saying, that you watch out, there might be a pause in effect, and hockey might be the one. So way to make Maz look great, Adnan.
Yeah, thanks, Adnan. I appreciate it. Hey,
it's not hard to do. Maz is a bright guy.
Thanks a lot, AV. Hey, before Pilar asks you about some movies, NFL draft. Who's going first, Justin Fields or Mac Jones?
You know what? That's interesting, because we all know the top picks are obviously going to be Lawrence and Zach Wilson. I'm going to say Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones goes third to the 49ers. I think they like him a lot. There's something about that system. Clearly, San Francisco traded up with New York. We all know that because they recognize that they wanted someone there. They want to seize the opportunity. So I think Mac Jones goes there. I think Justin Fields. I don't think he goes 4 either. I think Penei Sewell, if they're smart, goes high. He's a great tackle at Oregon, as you guys know. So I'm going to go Mac Jones.
Because the odds have switched. Justin Fields now is the favorite over Mac Jones to go at 3.
Yeah, I think what happens is the top 3 picks are quarterbacks. I think that is, I mean, I put bet the house on that.
Top 4, I think.
Lawrence. Yeah, it could be top 4. But 4th is where I'm not sure. Like, I mean, Falcons might go, because Matty Ryan's turned 36, but Lombardi and I keep saying if I were them, I would get a guard. I mean, listen, or a tackle, excuse me. The Bengals can't wait to get Penei Sewell at 5, because that would just protect their investment with Joe Burrow. So 4 quarterbacks in the first 4 picks, I'm not entirely sold, but I'll take Jones over Fields. Although it's interesting that's flipped.
So just to follow up on that with the draft question, what do you think that the Lions are going to do at 7?
Well, it's interesting. They've got, the Lions, when Mike and I were talking about this, like, I'm curious what Chris Spielman's role is here, because what the biggest problem, and Mike knows this being a former GM, winning Super Bowls with the Patriots and the Raiders, it's like, it gets very hard if there's too many cooks in the kitchen. You have to have a clear direction of what you want to do. And at least for the case of the Lions, they know that the quarterback situation is straightforward because they've moved on from Matthew Stafford. So I think their defense is a real concern. Wide receivers, there's about 3 wide receivers who are going to go in the top 15. I could see them going towards one of those receivers, but I think you're definitely going more towards defensive line help. That's my guess right now for the Lions.
Now, one real quick question before we go. Matt told us you have a movie podcast. He's a big Batman guy, but he's never seen any Marvel movies. What Marvel movie do you recommend to him to suck him into the Marvel Universe? 'Cause I think it's phenomenal.
Well, I like that about Maz, because I generally have said there's a glut of superhero movies, and I find it to be a little exhausting after a while. Although we've gone through with the theaters being shut down, fine, I'll go watch whatever nonsensical Ant-Man I'd have to watch just to be in a movie.
Come on, man, easy on Paul Rudd.
I do like Paul Rudd. Paul Rudd, by the way, big sports guy, big Kansas City sports guy. Loves the Royals. I interviewed him once. He loved Willie Wilson's his favorite baseball player all the time, so that is cool.
It's a good one.
Yeah, I thought Logan was a great movie, and that fits that universe. But the reason, of course, I love it is that it's less of a true superhero movie. It's more grounded. It's like the Western Unforgiven, right? And Wolverine's got one last kick at the can. So I think Logan's a great movie that Maz would love. But Maz, I love that you're in on Batman. I mean, listen, the DC. Think about the DCs. They got Batman, they got Superman, and then after that, Marvel's got everybody. But if you stay firm with Gotham City, it's tough to beat.
That's me, man. Hey, my Jersey license plate when I drove to Michigan read Batmaz. Okay, so I am.
For the nickname alone, yeah.
So last question, Zack Snyder cut, you approve?
It's funny you mentioned that, D-Mac. So I have not had the 4 hours to watch it. I've asked people who I trust, and they tell me that there is more depth to it in storylines, but it's still not a good movie. I thought, Darren, when I saw it was not a bit of a mess all over the place. Although I didn't think Affleck was as bad as some people said. I actually thought he was decent. I thought he was a better Bruce Wayne than he was as a Batman, but he nailed the kind of. I thought the cockiness of it, I thought Ben actually did a pretty good job with it. But the Snyder Cut I heard is just, it's basically inflated and not necessarily superior, but it is improvement over what was generally considered disappointing.
Well, here's the thing, right? It feels like one movie instead of two, right? The first one where it has and it makes sense because you get depth on the characters, which is all you want in the universe to understand. So.
Hey,
I agree, and I'm with you on time. Like I said, the 4 hours. I wasn't being, I wasn't trying to knock it. I just think that you're right. Sometimes certain movies you need to have that depth. I mean, people criticize The Irishman for its runtime, but I thought it was a brilliant movie. It could be 7 hours as far as I'm concerned. So I have no issue with Zach saying, you know what, people didn't like this. Let me go back and try to fix it.
Give me an A, B, or C grade on my top 3 movies, which are Rocky, Godfather 1, and Godfather 2.
Godfather 1 and Godfather 2 are A+. Rocky, I'm not as big on. I'll tell you my issue with Rocky. It's because it won Best Picture when there was far superior movies that year. Taxi Driver is one of the greatest movies of all time. Should have won Best Picture. All the President's Men is a great film about Watergate. Network is the greatest movie ever about television, which we all work in the media. And somehow this Rocky Balboa movie won Best Picture. I mean, listen, it's a sweet movie. Stallone deserves a lot of credit what he did. He bet on himself. I got it. He wrote the screenplay. Cool. Should not have won Best Picture. It's crazy.
Okay, we're through.
I'm going to have to agree with you, Adnan.
Thanks, buddy.
Batman. You're the best. Say hi to Coach Boudreaux and Rupper.
I will. I'll see them about an hour from now. Thanks, D-Mac. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much. God bless you,
man. For joining our show. Adnan Virk, make sure that you're checking him out on Monday Night Raw, WWE. When we come back.
I can't believe he
on the
spurned
USA
Rocky.
Network, by the way.
How could he spurn Rocky like that?
He didn't spurn him. He just said that it was there might have been a chat or a voting issue. Maz had so many votes for Rocky back in the day. He stuffed the ballot. That's the truth.
I mean, I agree with him, though, Maz. The movie was...
Well, you agree.
Yeah. Okay. When we come back, we've got some of the most unbelievable sports stats. You guys have got to check this out. We were trolling Joe Pompliano's Twitter. I don't know if you guys remember him. Last week we had him. He's got some incredible sports stories that deal with like money. Incredible person to follow. But we've got his most unbelievable sports stats. So stick around. You're tuning into The Hook on Woodward Sports Network.
I'm looking to bring on another HVAC tech right now.
We are recruiting 5 to 10 techs a month.
We're looking to grow and expand.
Every new tech we hire is from Northwestern Tech. The hands-on training is fantastic.
They're always my first call.
We love hiring Northwestern Tech grads.
They come out trained and ready to work.
Our program is only 10.5 months, and our next classes are starting soon. So why wait?
I'm looking to hire
a graduate of Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Northwestern Tech.
Hey guys, it's Maz from My Bookie. Don't forget, this weekend, it's huge. They say it's huge. It's a big fight weekend. So you can bet Major League Baseball. You can bet NBA prop bets. You can do anything you want on My Bookie. But listen to this. Boxing match between MMA veteran Ben Askren, YouTuber Jake Paul. Place a single wager of $20 on the fight, and you get a free $20 bet for UFC 261. And if that's not enough, you back the former Olympian's corner, Ben Askren, and you get a 2-to-1 payout to win that fight outright. Sign up this week with the code Woodward. That's your promo code. Take advantage of an up to $1,000 bonus on your first deposit. That's the promo code Woodward. Grab yourself that free money. Bet anything, anytime, anywhere with MyBookie. Back to Pilar.
Welcome back to The Hook on Woodward Sports Network. Keep the conversations going on our social media at Woodward Sports. Darren, my man, I was fist pumping you at Caddyshack, but then Rocky and Dreamer, top 3 movies ever? What? Rocky, you're going to agree with D-Max?
Hey, I know him. I know him, and he was concussed as a small. We played a lot of rugby together. No, we did. We played rugby together, and he took a lot of concussions.
Dink knows his movies.
Sometimes he's a little bit off, Pilar. That's all right. It's okay, Dink. Still love you.
I was
Plus, it's so
fist
cold in
pumping.
Winnipeg, right? It's so cold in Manitoba that he doesn't even know. He's not even thawed out right now.
I was fist pumping you at Caddyshack. Fish, what do you have for us?
Maz, I can see you being good at rugby. You're the guy that no one can take down.
I like that. Thank you, Fish.
I can see you being good.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Would you put Maz as a prop or a hooker?
How good are your running skills, though? Do you have good stamina?
No, I have no stamina or speed.
Yeah, because I'd be worried about the stamina and speed, but you can, maybe not then.
Yeah,
I got to rethink that.
Darren says it's the wrong Darren. That's not him.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Different guy.
That's not Dink?
No, I guess not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Different one.
Hill.
Yeah, I don't know. We never played rugby. I don't know.
that was
that's
different Darren.
That's a smart Darren.
The one. All right, Maz, why don't you get to your sports update?
Doing a sports update? Okay, we'll do a sports update. Brought to you by my bookie. Let me shut this music off. Okay, that's not going to work. Hold
Drop
on.
some bars, man.
Hold on. Do this here.
Oh.
There.
Freestyle.
There you go. That wasn't bad under me, right? Tigers, by the way, back at it with Oakland tonight. Last night they lose at 8-4. That snapped their 3-game win streak. So tonight they'll give it another shot. Jose Urena against Frankie Montas from 9:40 tonight. Mets and Rockies snowed out, by the way, in Colorado. Pistons set to host OKC tonight at LCA. The Thunder has lost 8 games in a row. Dwayne Wade has purchased an ownership stake in the Utah Jazz. Wings over the Hawks last night, 4-1. Their first 3-game streak. Guess who scored? Yes, Jakub Vrana in his Detroit debut.
The
He
Veronosaurus,
scores.
man.
The Veronosaurus
Yes.
and Dick Panic, of course, acquired from the Caps for Anthony Mantha on Monday's trade deadline. Mantha scored for the Capitals again. That's 2 goals for him in 2 nights. Avalanche Kings postponed till 4 days from now because of COVID. We hope that's all it is. The Avalanche, one of the favorites to try to win the Stanley Cup. Michigan football loses another top recruit. His name, Xavier Worthy, wide receiver. He decommits. He was the 61st ranked prospect in the 2021 class. And Japanese officials are saying the Tokyo Olympics may still be canceled. They're worried about COVID. It's all supposed to start July 23rd. How about we go back 25 years ago tonight? The Chicago Bulls making some history. Right there. No, right there.
That's because Kukoc chatted. He just took a little long to get rid of it. Ooh, Steve Smooth swinging Steve Kerr.
We're not playing music? We're not playing the music
Michael
under it?
Jordan.
I don't know if it's copyrighted, so I'll just be safe.
Oh.
Okay, because there's some
Smart.
play-by-play under it as well.
Douche, Dunkaroo.
Don't get us in trouble. I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at those Bulls.
Man,
Matt's
I
trying to get his
love-
daughter to steal, trying
I
to
can
get
relate to it,
copyright
Matt.
stuff.
Bulls win 70 games. Yes, you
Well,
guys
I can
won
relate. League
60.
record 62.
How
That
many
was
did you
such
guys
a-
win? 62?
62.
Just a couple days ago, by the way.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Back in the day.
Back in the day. And then we go to Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Yes, the former Lou Alcindor with the sky hook. Happy, ready for this? 74th birthday for the great Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
What a basketball game we've had. Oscar Robertson throws to Kareem. 7 seconds. Tinkles. The sky
That's Pat Summerall on the call, by the way. When CBS had basketball.
The way these players are performing out here, Pat, just absolutely
Pat
fantastic.
Summerall, who
Magic Johnson and Kareem.
And there's Brent Musburger.
Sends it to Kareem.
8 years ago today,
Yes.
right?
Good. Lakers win.
That was Magic Johnson's rookie game. Look what he does. His first game.
Los Angeles Lakers a victory.
So Pat Summerall passed away 8 years ago today. Yeah, and
I can't believe you didn't know that, Maz.
I didn't know that. Why didn't you tell me these things?
well, I tried to tell you some things. I just never make it in. And Pilar, for
I
you,
said that
young
on the
lady, do you
morning
know
show.
who-
I don't know why you didn't watch.
Do you know who Fernando Valenzuela is?
He didn't have a perfect game today.
You sure?
Yes, I'm
It came
positive.
to me from Major League Baseball.
You want to know what else happened today?
Okay. Well, then maybe he didn't. I'm going to trust Maz on this one.
Trust me.
But 8 years ago, Pat Summerall.
Wow, he passed away 8 years ago.
You didn't like Pat Summerall.
Well, do you know what else
My
happened
very
today?
favorite.
You didn't like Pat Summerall.
No, I loved him.
No, you would have remembered.
How about this on April 6th?
Tell Maz he doesn't really like Pat Summerall. He loves Tom Brady.
1954, the Detroit Red Wings win the Stanley Cup.
Look at that.
Oh.
You guys are holding out on me.
All right, well, you know what else happened today?
What?
Tom Mazawey, 43 years ago today, D-Mac's oldest teammate, Boyd, I'm going to butcher this one, was born.
Boyd Devereaux?
Devereaux, yes.
Wicked. Part of the infamous Two Kids and a Goat line with Pavel Datsyuk and Brett Hull in the 0-2 finals.
That's great.
That's it. There it is. That's the Wicked.
was-
We always got to do Wicked when we see Boyd because they
All
go,
thanks to Darren Dink. He pointed
Well,
that out. Happy 43rd birthday today to D-Mac's oldest teammate, Boyd Devereaux.
And you know what? Dink, that's the concussed one who brings out those things. That's the guy I was talking about. So call him Dink and call the other ones Darren so I don't get confused.
Okay, I got you.
But I went to high school with
Mental
him.
note.
And he's got a lot of
Oh.
concussions from rugby because he played where Maz did, in the scrum. He ain't afraid to get dirty. But that's why he lives in Winnipeg, and it's the coldest place on earth. Anyways, I
Oh, my
digress.
goodness. All right, Fish, what do you have for
You
us?
want another birthday? Bill Belichick's birthday today.
Oh, happy birthday.
Go.
Did you send him flowers,
Hey,
Maz?
I still have a place in my heart for Bill Belichick. He was the
Should.
New York. He won 2 championships for
Phenomenal
the Giants. He had Lawrence Taylor on his defense, by the way, and then he screwed the Jets. So I kind of love him and I hate him. It is what it is.
All right.
I respect him. How can I not respect him?
And he hates Tom Brady.
Yeah, son of a
That's,
bitch.
you're unbelievable,
That
man.
son of a bitch.
Unbelievable, but don't, never change. Never change.
No, I won't.
Actually, I'm in that same boat. I like Billy B over Tom Brady.
No, but you still respect Tom Brady.
Oh, yes. You got to respect Tom
No,
Brady.
but you're like, yeah, it doesn't. It's not who you like better. Maz just absolutely hates Tom Brady, and how can you like have Belichick screw your team like he did, but go, oh well, okay,
It ain't
yeah,
my team.
respect him. The Jets.
Oh, that team.
The Jets.
Yeah.
Did you? Am I the
And
one
Bob,
not
Bob
listening?
Kraft is an asshole as well.
Oh, so he hates the grandpa and he hates the son. The dad's good. Oh, okay. I see how he rolls. There's that Tom
He's
Mazza.
not good. He's just okay.
Who?
Because
Bill
Belichick.
Belichick?
He's not. When I say when you just said the dad's
Yeah,
good,
yeah, yeah.
he's not good. It's not good in my book. He's not a good guy. Pilar, you're not understanding.
Yeah,
what
I
mean.
understand.
You know,
Oh, he's
I'm not
a
talking about-
villain.
No,
Yeah,
he
he's
gives
a
him
villain.
respect.
Yes.
Maz
Okay, but he's
balances the
obviously- okay.
books. The books
I
are
gotcha.
totally like you got to understand.
He's a villain
more
to
and
you.
more.
He
Yes.
is. He'll always
All
be
right.
a villain.
But he's the
Although-
least villain.
Although he gave me some love
Yes.
back in the 80s.
Yes.
He is a villain.
Yes.
Because he
Little-
effed us.
That little Tommy Mazawey in the Giants gear. Yeah, that's the one.
That's the one.
All right. We got through all your sports update?
Yeah.
Okay, that's the most important thing. All right, guys, so let's get to some very incredibly unbelievable sports stats that we found while we were following our friend Joe Pompliano. You can check him out at Twitter at Joe Pompliano. How are we going to, you guys, some of these were mind-blowing.
We'll start from the beginning.
To me. You want to get from one
First
or
up, I'm
down
going
to
to
10?
let D-Mac read the first one because it's the great one.
Yeah, Wayne Gretzky.
So bring up the Gretzky tweet.
All right.
So everybody can see it.
Okay.
Yeah, first up, the great one, Wayne Gretzky. Even if you took away all of Wayne Gretzky's 900 career goals, he would still be the NHL's all-time points leader based on just assists. 0 goals and all his assists makes him the points leader. That's friggin' nuts. And, again, he still led the league in over 900 goals.
Yeah.
All right, Tom Mazawey, you're taking number 2.
Oh, no, I'm not.
Oh, no, yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. I'm going to become a mute. I'm not going to do it.
I'm done. No, I'll skip number 2.
You
Go to
can't.
number 3.
You can't.
Skip
Go
number
right
2.
Here.
No, I'm not reading
the
it.
NFL
Go to
record
number 3.
for career completions.
Number
the
3.
completion percentage is 67.8%. Tom Brady has made the conference championship 73.7% of the seasons he's been the starter. Statistically, it's more likely Brady makes the conference championship than any quarterback completes and any given pass. Look at that. Oh, he's coming in at you.
He's pointing at you, man.
What an asshole.
Look at you.
Effing asshole. That's what you are. God, I hate you. Piece of shit. I hate your guts.
Oh my goodness, my stomach
You know what my friends do to me? They F me. They send me his picture, his smile, and they send me. That's all I get in my freaking text.
Oh my gosh.
Constantly.
You gotta love the one when it's him and Gronk going.
Yeah. Oh, I hate those two sons of bitches.
It makes it so much worse. He's like, he has a supermodel wife. You know what I'm saying? He's not bad looking. He doesn't do anything like amazing. He just wins.
I know.
I get it, man. I get it.
I know.
Wait, easy.
He's probably the only person in the world who's got like a great relationship with his family and the entire family of his baby mama, his ex-girlfriend. Like,
Bridget Moynihan.
Yeah.
where does this happen? In what world does that happen?
Hey, you
In a fake world.
Another reason why me and Maz hate him?
Brady's-
He has hair.
Yes.
He has hair too.
No, that's not hair.
so
That
fucking
is
perfect.
a mane. That thing will be
Oh,
that
my
way. That
God.
is just jealousy. All right. What do we got for 3?
Oh my
I got number 3 happily. Ray Allen signed a $70 million contract with the Milwaukee Bucks in 1999. The interesting part, rather than using an agent, he paid Johnny Cochran, O.J. Simpson fame, $500 an hour to review the deal, saving himself millions. His quote, "I don't need somebody skimming millions off the top." I love that because I wouldn't want an agent if I was doing a deal. I'd do my own damn deals.
Well, here's the
I'll
thing.
have my sister look it over. She's a lawyer. Screw your agent.
Here's
Screw
the thing,
him.
right? He could do that. Here's the thing. You usually need them for your beginning contract or whatever. But once you're established like that on
Right.
$70 million, where your team at the point in his career, that's smart business.
Absolutely.
That-
So
that's
on our
brilliant.
social media at Woodward Sports across the board, Darren, not Dink, Darren,
Yep.
said, "Damn, Maz's blood pressure is going through the roof." And he's pissed at me for breaking his balls. Shaking my head. Yeah, look at that. Hey, Maz.
Everybody send in your Tom Brady
I
picture
love
for
that.
Maz, so we can post a whole bunch of everybody smiling at. Have a good weekend, Tom.
All right, the next one. After turning 40, Jerry Rice had 185 catches, 2,509 receiving yards, and 12 touchdowns, all after turning 40. All other players in NFL history after turning 40 have combined for 2 catches and 4 receiving yards. Catches by Tom Brady and Brett Favre. That's mind-blowing.
That's mind
Jerry
blowing.
Rice.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Like they seriously after 40 and stuff like that's crazy. So, the 5th one, if you're a tennis fan, Fish, you a tennis fan?
I'm an everything fan, so yes, I'm a tennis fan.
I forgot. Everything tennis is in there.
This girl is.
She's a
Tops.
monster.
Insane.
Serena Williams has defeated 22 of 27 number 1 ranked women in tennis. The 5 she hasn't beaten, 4 of them retired before she turned pro, and the 5th one is herself. That's legendary.
It is.
Look at that. She is a beast. God
All
bless
right.
her.
Well,
All right,
if you don't let Maz do this one, he will lose it the opposite way of
Take it
the
away,
Tom.
Pilar.
No, he'll really have a heart attack.
You have play. Can you play New York for me in the background?
Really?
Oh, no,
I
we're
was
not
gonna
allowed to play that either, right?
Yeah, that's copyright, man.
I know.
Yeah, you're trying to get us kicked off the
I
air.
know. Okay, Mariano Rivera, the greatest of all time. 13-time All-Star. 5-time World Series champion, of course, as a Yankee. But one stat stands above all. More people have walked on the moon, 12, than men who have scored against Mariano Rivera in a postseason, 11. GOAT. But I wrote this to Joe. After he wrote that, put that stat back up there, Easy.
I was so distracted by the
I
content
know.
going on there.
Put that
I'm so
stat
sorry,
back up.
man.
I don't want people to not
Hey,
see the
nice
stat
job there, Parker.
because of these two slappies singing. Anyway, look at those stats. Yeah, more people walked on the moon than scored against Mariano in the postseason. And then I wrote to Joe, but those sons of bitches, those D-backs, Diamondbacks, sons of bitches, had that little blue pit.
Hey, Luis.
And-
Hey, Luis
Yep,
Gonzalez,
Luis
former
Gonzalez.
Tiger, broken bat.
You
Where was
a-hole.
Jeter on that one?
Because he played him up.
Where was Jeter on that
played him
one?
up instead
Well,
of
if he
playing
would have
the
stayed
infield
back,
back.
he would have caught it.
Yeah, if they played the infield back, I never play the infield in.
Joe Torre.
Never. Joe Torre made a mistake. Anyway, they lose the 2001 World Series. That should have been New York's the World Trade Center. That should have been New York's. I'll never get over that. Ever. Get over that.
Well,
Ever.
some people, I just want to point out, when they say more people have walked on the moon, they should put allegedly.
Here we go. That'd be a good shot.
right.
Anyways, all right, number 7.
Take your little Larry Fitzgerald. Go ahead. Read your little Larry
This
Fitzgerald.
one's good, though.
All right.
Think about this.
As one of the greatest wide receivers in NFL history, Larry Fitzgerald
He's okay.
is a shoe-in for the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
He's just okay.
His most impressive stat, Fitzgerald has more career tackles, which are 41, than he does drops.
He's just
32.
okay, and
That's
you say he's had 32
absolutely
drops in his career?
wild.
Are you out of your
Listen,
mind,
you know
man?
what? You know why he has more tackles? Because the stupid team he plays for is throwing all those interceptions and fumbles. So he's got to go tackle people.
Well, who cares about that?
Okay.
The fact that he's only dropped 32 balls
Yeah,
in his
that's
career
in
with
his
those guys
career.
throwing him the balls.
He's okay. He
Yeah.
wasn't great.
All right, get to number 8.
Tony Gwynn, one of the
Consistent.
greatest hitters of all time. Probably the best, but he was also one of the most difficult to strike out. Gwynn never struck out more than 40 times in a single season and ended his career with more doubles than strikeouts, 453 to 434. RIP, the legend. Dude.
Ted Williams was the greatest hitter. Tony Gwynn, second or third.
Ted Williams from the right side?
He could do whatever the hell he wants.
All
He could
right.
hit from an airplane.
All right.
All right.
Oh, here, Maz saw this guy play. He should do this one.
Did you guys see Maz do the stretch before the show today, though?
Look at that. Here's one for you. See those initials on his jersey? R-A-K?
Yeah.
What do they stand for?
The owner.
Yeah, who?
Cooney. Ralph Cooney.
Ray Kroc.
Ah, man.
And why does Ray Kroc mean anything?
Because he's McDonald's.
That's right. He founded McDonald's, or he stole McDonald's from the people that founded it. Yeah. You ever watch that movie with Michael Keaton, The Founder?
The Founder. Great
Check it
movie.
out. All right, number 9 from Joey P. Satchel Paige. He was 6-1 with a 2.48 ERA, 2 shutouts in 1948. The interesting part, he was 42 years old as a rookie when the MLB finally allowed African Americans to play.
Wow.
So yes, as a 42-year-old rookie, 6-1, 2.48 ERA. Just think what he would have done if he played in his 20s. And what did Satchel Paige always say?
That's crazy.
Don't look behind you, because someone might be catching you. Don't look
right.
back, because someone might be catching you.
All right, and for the
keep on
10th one, here we go.
Here's
Josh
another one of your
Gordon
favorites.
had 1,646 receiving yards for the Cleveland Browns in 2013 in 14 games, with Brandon Whedon, Jason
vodka. It's
Campbell,
tightening up.
and Brian Hoyer playing quarterback. What's even crazier,
Solid quarterback.
he told GQ that he drank or smoked before every game that season.
No kidding.
Duh, right?
Yeah, no kidding.
Wow. Those are some very...
How cool are those?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that stuff.
Maybe we could put those up on our Twitter or something. Can we put those up or somehow so people can see them?
Yeah,
you
those
can follow
are...
Joe Pompliano, but we'll put them up for you as well
he's,
somehow.
he's got some great stuff on there. All right, guys.
Hold on, I got one.
Okay.
I know you
Such a
want to rush.
diva.
Don't
Well,
rush.
I mean, we got D-Max.
We got time.
Okay.
Mac, what is my sports fact? That
Tom
didn't make the
Mazawey,
list.
sports fact, and this week we just celebrated Hank Aaron, the 714 or
He likes to go
15th.
by Henry, by the way.
Henry Aaron. Okay, so Mr. Henry Aaron, if you
Henry
took
Aaron.
away all his 700 and some home runs,
55.
755 home runs, he'd still have over 3,000 hits.
There you go.
I
Not,
rest
as,
my
not
case.
as impressive as Wayne Gretzky's 900 and some goals
Wayne
and
was-
leading.
Wayne was amazing.
But still, you
Wayne
know,
was amazing.
Hats off to you, Henry.
Hats off to old Henry.
Yep. All right, guys. It is time for us to get to Pit Boss.
Get it.
D-Max
She's not ready.
NASCAR
See that?
picks.
You should say
Well,
and I
in
went like
fairness,
this.
And this kid
I
is
mean-
going to be trying to beat Bruce Lee.
I
This
get
kid
it.
here.
How slow would he be?
First or last, baby, you know.
Well, I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellent.
God dang it, you know I do, Ricky Bobby. Anyways, a quick little update before I get to these put up the pit passes. Our golf, Stuart Sink, we don't have him. He's minus 16 leading, but we got two guys at minus 9 and Cameron Smith and Morikawa at plus 2,000, plus 3,000 in the golf going into the weekend. You might want to look into that. They come back and beat. Might work. But let's get to this week. We are going to the Toyota Owners 400 from Richmond, Virginia. And if you take a look here, Gonna take my boy Kyle Busch. It's a Toyota race. He driving a Toyota plus 1,000. Kevin Harvick plus 1,200. Ryan Blaney plus 1,500. And William Byron plus 2,000. Our boy Brad Keselowski goes off at lower money at 450, so not worth the play this week. These are the pit boss picks for NASCAR this weekend. The Toyota owners 400. Now, Pilar, I thought because it's Formula One season and it's apropos that you are the darling of the Formula One and so I said, well, there's a race this weekend. Do you know of any of these drivers? And you do.
I do. Actually, if you guys get a chance to watch it, they've added more races this season. If you got a chance to watch the first race, it was a great race in Bahrain. Hamilton won it. It was a tough course. I think everybody was expecting Hamilton to win it. He's probably one of the only drivers that can actually pull off that race. But this week, this weekend, I like the favorite. It's Max Verstappen plus 135 is what it's at. Now, I thought it was 130.
Look at you in the car.
Oh, my God.
Nice job. That Luke?
Great job, Luke.
Nice job, Luke.
So I like Verstappen.
I knew it wasn't easy.
Not only is he a great driver, but here's why I really like him. That Red Bull car is the best car out there right now. So, and I know it's only the second race going into it, but I do like his car. I like him. I do like Hamilton too. I mean, right now he's at 140. I like him at 140, 150, 160, anything like that. I like Hamilton as well. So, and there's also a lot of other prop bets that I'm starting to see out there. So, get in on some of those prop bets. Those are fun to do, but I do like Verstappen, that's for sure.
Well, the beauty,
that is hilarious.
That
That's
is
my
awesome.
deal or no deal
The
picture.
beauty of Formula One too is because it's across the pond and it's played earlier in
Italy.
the day. So it's played during the late morning, right, and stuff. So you can fit it into your
Grand
viewing.
Prix.
Ooh.
Everything you say sounds so much cooler.
Yeah, it's true.
Well, that was like I try to sound fancy. Romana.
I want to ask Eazy one thing while we're on here on this triple screen here. How come I'm always zoomed in with my big fat head and these two are all back further? Look at the triple.
Maybe if you're
look
nicer
at the triple
to
shot
Eazy,
again.
I don't know, because he's
look
controlling
at the
the
three-shotter
cameras.
again. Go ahead, put the three-shotter. What are you doing? No, do not bring me closer. I do not want to be closer.
To the
Put
Tom
me
Brady.
back.
See,
Back
Maz
more.
learn who controls the camera, controls the mic.
Go green!
Oh my goodness.
Oh my God, this kid. He's gonna kill. He's gonna kill me.
It's
Kill
going to
me.
be fun to watch.
All right, guys.
Not like Bruce Lee though. Kill him easier.
All right, can you zoom out, please? Thank you.
Give him some love. Make him look tiny.
You gotta watch that. We gotta see that cool sweatshirt.
Thank you.
Yeah, there you go. All right, guys, it's time for us to get to who ya like. You want to go first?
Yeah, I
on
know
this
who
one?
I'm taking. I want everybody to check out. I know there's a lot of different fights going on this weekend, but Detroit's own Tony Superbad Harrison fighting Brian Perella on Fox Saturday night, 8 o'clock. I'm taking my boy Superbad, bringing it home to the D. I'm excited. You might want to tune in to see what Detroit sports garb he's going to enter the ring in. So good luck to Detroit's own Tony Superbad Harrison.
All right. Tom Mazawey.
All right,
Who you got?
I got my baseball last night. 1-1. Sorry, lost on the Rays. Went 10 innings, and LA the Dodgers covered the runs. So tonight I got you a triple header. I got you the White Sox to beat the Bo Sox. White Sox even money plus 108, and the A's to beat the Tigers again. Give the 1.5 runs. Sorry, Tigers. And the Dodgers with Walker Buehler over the Padres. Padres finally beat the Pirates last night. So I'm going to go with the Nationals, the White Sox, the A's, and the Dodgers. That's a 4-pack for you. And Jake Paul.
Don't take my pick.
I'll bet Askren to knock out Jake Paul.
All right. Easy D, who you got?
Well, I was gonna say Ben Askren, but Maz.
It's okay. You can take the Verstappen one too if you
No,
want.
I'm 2-0 from last night. Shouts out me. It's my favorite line. But no, I was kidding. But Ben Askren all day. Jake Paul's never fought an actual fighter in a fight of this stature. I think Ben Askren's gonna take him in deep waters. Jake Paul's never been past the third round as well, and I think he's gonna tire out much like Conor McGregor, an experienced fighter, and that tires out. So I think it's a strong possibility Jake Paul does as well.
You know what's crazy is that Ben is the underdog in that
Yeah,
fight.
exactly.
I mean,
That's crazy.
what? If he loses, if Paul wins, I'm going to think that this fight is rigged.
I think Paul will win. That's not my pick,
that
but I
back
think
up
he'll
there.
win.
I think if he wins, I think that it's rigged.
He can definitely win because he's like more athletic and he's no chump. I'm saying he's a big kid.
This
He's
is
been
like
boxing.
he's going up against an Olympian. Like he's going up a
Olympian
seasoned
wrestler though is
fighter.
a thing.
Remember, my bookie's got this new bet here, so put that back up there, please. The MMA veteran Ben Askren, the YouTuber Jake Paul, placed a single wager of $20 on this fight, and you get a free $20 bet for UFC 261. And if you bet Askren to win, you're getting 2-1 right now because they're giving you a boost. So go to mybookie.ag on your phone or your computer and use Woodward as your promo code. They'll give you up to $1,000 bonus, plus you get the free bet on the Jake Paul fight. So what do you got to lose? Nothing. Go for it.
One more shameless plug. We're going to have the MMA fighter from Bellator that actually sparred against Jake Paul on the Speakeasy tonight live.
All right,
at 7.
there you
Just
go.
gotta find out.
Is that your personal podcast?
Yeah,
The one that you put more time into than ours?
That's a lie.
I tried
Is
putting
that
it on
one?
the show.
lie.
You said
I'm going to
no,
say
I gotta
this.
talk
I
about
bet you he
these
don't miss
tweets.
any cuts in his freaking
That is a lie.
podcast.
Let me tell
How
you
can he
something.
miss
Easy
cuts?
works
Listen,
so
'cause of the
hard
show.
on
Here's
this
the
show.
thing. How can he do cuts when he's hosting that show? And the fact is that if there's something in there where what's this gentleman's name, Easy? That you're in?
Anthony Thomas. Anthony Pretty Boy Thomas.
So it's an interesting thing because he's actually sparred and he has video and whatever kicking
Jake
Paul's ass. So it'll be interesting if he breaks down the fight. Tune into the Speakeasy.
Yeah.
Speakeasy to find out because
But
the
let me
the benefit is that I've already checked it out. That I know that I'll have a clip on Monday telling me that if it played out that way, my boy Eazy will have it. Not you, Maz. You'll be worrying about how you look on that screen.
Easy is one of the
Will you
hardest
please wear a
working
Michigan
people
shirt
I've
so you're
ever-
nicer on Monday?
Yeah, for sure.
You two,
All right,
why don't you rub
Fish.
your heads together, make an ass of yourselves.
Fish.
You know what, Maz?
Wash your mouth out, mister.
We're going back to Zoom on
I'll
you.
pull you by, yeah. Zoom in
I
on
have
that
no hair to
big
pull.
head.
Go ahead.
I said I'm going to pull you by your ear. All right, Fish, who you got? You
Uh,
only
look-
need one today because I've got Formula One. I've got...
Okay, that's fine.
All right, who you got?
I'm going New Zealand Warriors rugby. They're playing the Dragons on Sunday.
All
And then I
right.
had your pick, but your pick is for Staffen, so that's fine.
All right, all right.
You tell her, Fish.
Well, no, that's what I want to do.
Okay.
When it comes to Formula One, I got this. I hope, but I'm cool with y'all doing some on Hamilton. He's probably the best driver out there, but I think the Red Bull car is the best car out there. All right, guys, that will do it.
I'm going for Mario Andretti.
He's not.
Goodness.
That's old. All right.
Stop
Time to
it.
end the show.
You're learning,
All right,
Fish.
guys,
Don't
yes.
amuse him.
Yes. All right, guys. Thank you so much
Go,
to
Richard
everybody
Petty.
who has been chiming in on our social media and calling us on the telephone at Woodward Sports. We love all of your
Where's
interactions.
Elio
Go home and
Castro-Neves?
watch a 30
We
for
hope
30 for Christ's sake,
everybody
Matt.
has
Go,
a
Elio.
wonderful
In your Wolverine jersey.
Cállense. Orden.
Order.
For D-Mac, for this grumpy man over here, Tom Mazawey, for Fish, for our boy Eazy, one of the hardest working men on the planet,
please.
for Luke, I'm a girl, Pilar Lastra. Y'all have a
Have you
safe
been here all day
and
with him? You can't say that.
wonderful- Cállate. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. We will see you guys again on Monday.
Maz, have a good weekend,
Oh,
Maz.
go to hell.
Have a good weekend, Maz.
Oh, I hate